I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy anniversary, Philadelphia. Happy anniversary. What a special day in Philadelphia history. Today is the day 8 years ago our Eagles win their first Super Bowl. And, you know, it's funny. I said this yesterday, and I actually think I committed some blasphemy. But I was like, you know, I really loved last year's Super Bowl, and I uttered the words that I enjoyed that more than what happened in February of 2018, and that's just foolhardy. It's a violation on myself because as much as I enjoyed last year, what happened 8 years ago today was something that all of us who lived a lifetime here, who love this team more than anything, never thought would happen. That the Eagles would hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Of all the near misses, of all the hopes and all the bloodletting that we went through as fans, that it finally happened can never be topped. It just can't. It's the greatest event in Philadelphia history. I know there's going to be a documentary about it that will drop Friday night. The circumstances involving that team were just utterly special. To know what it means is to know the pain that we have all ensued as Eagles fans. Whether you're young or old, you've dealt with it, right? Like you've dealt with it and you wondered, would the Eagles ever win? So just to chronicle the whole pain thing, my formative years, like the first early memories of being an Eagle fan was spent in 1980, right? For me. And it was the Dick Vermeil team, and they lose to the Raiders. And, you know, again, I was a child, so I don't really recall the circumstance other than they were a favorite and they lost the game. And, you know, I remember being crushed, but I didn't know. I didn't have any perspective. So the real teams that really started, it started in the Buddy years, like that Buddy Ryan when they had that incredible defense. It's why, like, when young people hear about Buddy Ryan and they go, "Wow, man, what are these people thinking? Like, the guy never won a playoff game." The Eagles were kind of a non-factor. They're, you know, the Washington Redskins were the toast of the NFC East. They were a great team. Of course, you had the Cowboys coming off their first dynasty with Staubach and Dorsett. And you had the Giants that were, you know, Parcells comes in. And so we're stuck in this, you know, this incredible division. And here comes Buddy, and here comes a style of play that was so Philadelphia, right? Like so Philadelphia. It was nasty and tough, and they were mean. And that defense was so great. And you had on the other side of the ball, one of the most electric players ever to play football in Randall Cunningham. He did things that nobody could imagine. The shame of Randall is that he came so early. But if he was playing today or really anywhere in this century, he would have been one of the all-timers. Had any kind of coaching, right? He was so gifted, such a great player. You know, could run like a gazelle, had an amazing arm, like just was gifted. He just didn't have any offensive coaching. And even Buddy, when Buddy had him, Coach Light was the OC. This was like the prehistoric days of the NFL. Like when I think about the late 80s compared to today, it was prehistoric. Like what they were doing offense. Like a guy like Sean McVay, they couldn't even imagine it. you're running. You're talking about the button hook days. Like that's what kind of rudimentary, elementary offenses that they ran. But the defense was ridiculous and special. So it never yielded anything. You heard about the Fog Bowl and that lure, and that was really probably our year. And they lost because of fog. Like I think about today, and I go, the game would have been suspended. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have even been an issue. Like there was no debate. They would have waited for the fog to dissipate. That's what would have happened. Instead, it kept the Bears in the game, and the Bears were able to win the game. So we go through this incredible period of football and have nothing to show for it. And then, you're into the 90s, same thing. Like the early 90s, it was still the core of that defense. It was great. Nothing to show for it. And then here comes Andy. And we went through a little bit of it yesterday when we were talking about the 04 championship game. But here's Andy to finally bring the franchise into the 21st century. Andy comes in with an eye on offense, looking to go build a team with a franchise quarterback, right? Nurturing Donovan. Like if Randall Cunningham had Andy Reid, it's over. The whole league, forget about it. Eagles win. So here it is. Like Andy comes in and, one championship game after the other. Like I think back to it in 2001, they had a great opportunity to play the greatest show on turf and beat them in St. Louis. They're winning at halftime. And I remember thinking, they're going to win this thing. Like, they're going to win it. And then, the whole story. I talked about it yesterday. 0-2 in the last game of the vet against Tampa, and 0-3 against Jake Delhomme, which comes right after the 4th and 26 miracle. And then there's the 04 Super Bowl that we discussed yesterday, which you were the better team. Like the Eagles were the better team. One of the stories I didn't get to yesterday was we went on a caravan down, and it was me and my cousin and Steve Moderano, and a couple of my buddies, and we all go down, and afterwards we're staying in this crack motel on the outskirts of Jacksonville, off the highway. There was no hotel rooms. So we're in this crack motel, and there was a pool. So we had beers, and we had like a couple cases of beer, and we're all sitting there just drinking our beers. And the manager of the crack motel comes out, and he goes, "Pool's closed." Now, meanwhile, it was like obviously we weren't. Nobody was swimming. First of all, it was like a dirty water pool. Like you're better off swimming in the Schuylkill, right? But we were just sitting around the pool because we wanted to talk about the game. And this dude comes out and he's nasty. And I'm like, yo, guys, I'm like, yo, dude, like we're just kind of licking our wounds. Our team just lost the Super Bowl, and we're just drinking some beers. We're not bothering anybody. And by the way, I seen 7 drug deals going on. All right, and you worry about us drinking a beer while talking about football? So anyway, needless to say, the pool was littered with whatever furniture was around, potted plants. I mean, you name it. But we were all sitting there and replaying the game. And when you think about it, like they had every chance to win. And then, of course, the Spygate and the cheating and all that stuff that Trot talked about yesterday. Like, it was a game that was ours, and they lost. And that was a devastating loss because you're like, if they can't win now, when are they going to win? Like, they got to win. That was the mentality. And then we got one more shot at it. It's 08, and it's Eagles and Arizona in the championship game. And it was a weird year, right? Because they got hot late. They were like 500. They had a tie against the Bengals. I'll never forget, Donovan threw the ball like 50 times in a windy day in Cincinnati. And it was just kind of it was starting to go off the rails. There was talk about Andy, maybe this was his last year. And then they get hot. And then they make a run. And we're going, oh my God, you got the Cardinals in the championship game. And that was the year of the Steelers. Like, we were thinking, oh my God, a Keystone Bowl. How incredible would that be? A Keystone Bowl. And what happened? They lose to the Cardinals. Oh God, they lost to the Cardinals. And I felt, God rest his soul, Jim Johnson did not have a good day. The defense was kind of getting like obliterated. They lose a crusher. And that was really it. Like, they had a couple blips. They had the one Cowboy thing where they get Romo's. They buried the Cowboys, but it just never amounts to anything. And then here comes Chip Kelly, and we had this like video game offense, and you're going, wow, man, this is it. This is it. Like, they're gonna get there, man. Like, this is going to be finally it. And then he's a complete flame out. No second act. Nothing, right? Beyond his gimmick offense. So we're still sitting here going, he gets fired. Dougie P comes in. They're looking for a coach. They can't find a coach. They settle on Doug. And he was settled, right? He was. And here it is. Like, we're all going, are they ever going to win? Like, if you live through all those things I just laid out, in your mind, you're going, we're never going to win. Never. And then, Carson, and oh my God, it's Carson. Wow, yeah. He gets hurt in LA. Now, just imagine that, right? Like, I know you lived through it. I know it was only 8 years ago, but imagine what I just laid out. All the hopes. You're the best team in football. You got this franchise quarterback who's got a big arm, athletic. Like, he fit the suit, man. He fit the suit. And he gets hurt in heroic fashion. Scoring a touchdown. Like, you can't write that stuff. Scoring a touchdown, he gets hurt in LA. And we find out it's an ACL. Now, tell me you don't think that the whole thing's cursed, right? Like, you got it. I remember having Vi say prayers, Vi Sekahema. I have him call the show and say prayers just once. And I remember talking to people going, man, one time, can we get lucky? One time. And here he is out for the year. And then comes Foles. And Foles just was not good, right? Like, Nick wasn't good. And against the Raiders, he was awful, right? Like, against the Falcons, it all changed, right, in the second half. But, he wasn't good in that first half. They kind of get lucky. So it was so unthinkable that I, to this day, believe in some divine intervention. I believe in it's meant to be. It was meant to be. Because that team had injury after injury. I mean, you remember the backs? LeGarrette Blount, Jay Ajayi. Like, they get Jay Ajayi. Oh, man, we're freaking out. They weren't, everybody's got hurt. And you're going, oh, it's cursed, it's cursed, it's cursed, it's cursed. And then something happened. And, the Minnesota game happens, and we're hopeful, but it's the Patriots on the other side, right? It's Brady on the other side. And we'll go through chapter and verse of the game, but if you remember the game, which I know you do, like, we're rolling, right? Philly special, we got momentum, but then they take the lead. The interesting thing about that game is we led, and usually what happens when the underdog is leading and then gives up the lead, they're done. They're cooked. But Nick Foles wasn't done. And that team wasn't cooked. And they make big plays, that huge drive, fourth down, guys like Corey Clement. Like, think about that. This is why I believe in some sort of divinity, because it superseded football. When they won, and our beloved BG has the strip sack, it was like rapture. This whole town exploded in joy, like sheer joy. I've covered parades, I've covered championships as a sports writer. I was in towns when they won. I'm sorry, not because it's here in our hometown, but I've never seen joy, unbridled, true human joy, the way I saw that night. We were in a room at the AKA Hotel. I got in a room. A buddy of mine had the hotel. I said, I want to get all my buddies, childhood friends, my cousin, the whole thing. Watch the game. We walked from the hotel, which is in University City, to like Broad and I don't know where we were, Broad and Pine, whatever. And we just posted up. And that night, until like 5, I had to work the next day at 6 a.m. But that night, until 5 a.m., we drank a couple bottles of tequila, beers. I mean, and I hugged, I don't know, 1,000 people. Like cars driving by slow and honking and going into cars, strangers. It was the most surreal experience of human joy that I've ever witnessed. It was all that was good with humankind. You know, I think about the world today, right? And this is the truth. Like, I think about the Epstein files and the evil and the awfulness, just the worst of humankind. And then I juxtapose that with what I saw that night over a football game. And this is what I mean. It transcends football. It's bigger than football. This city who had relatives, people bringing people's loved ones' ashes to the parade. It was so profound that anybody who says, well, it's just sports, it's just football, doesn't know what they're talking about. They didn't witness millions of people gather, enjoy, hugging people, sharing it together. It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful experience. And it has to be the greatest event in this town's history. As we celebrate 250 years of our great city, that moment, because of what it did to civic pride, has to be at the top. Good morning, VG.
Happy anniversary, man. We're winners, baby. That was the day everything changed. We weren't the Saints, the Browns no more. Stinking Bills, we'll never get one. We're in our own club now. We're in the winners club. Love it. We were waiting forever behind that velvet rope. We finally got in, and man, it was so good. The walk I had, game win, they win, and the walk I had from 3rd and South Street down to Broad Street was one of the greatest walks ever. I mean, Broad Street was in and of itself, but the anticipation and everyone trying to get down there and hug it and high-fiving and chanting and singing, and it was just amazing. Yeah, it was overwhelming. I well up a little bit right now thinking about it.
Yeah.
It was just unlike anything, man. And the way it happened was so Philadelphian. I mean, Doug P's no Sean McVay.
Right. Nick.
We got BDN.
Right. Nick,
Yeah.
Well, right.
Against the evil empire.
Yeah.
The greatest. Tom Brady throws for over 500 yards, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions,
for a second.
and loses.
He throws for 505 yards.
Right, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions and loses. That makes no sense. Your brain can't wrap it.
And he lost his best receiver, who's still playing, Brandon Cooks.
How is he still playing?
Right? He lost his best receiver in the first half
Oh man,
to the
Malcolm.
concussion.
Malcolm destroyed him.
Yeah.
Almost Sheldon Brown like
Yeah.
back in the day.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
That's why I believe in the divinity of it.
yeah. You can't. It's unexplainable, inexplicable. I don't know the word for it, but it just makes no sense. The whole thing doesn't make no sense. Nick Foles catches a touchdown basically after Tom Brady botches a similar play and chokes with a wide open. And then Nick Foles comes through with it. It's just like nothing. I remember when it happened. It made no sense. I got off the couch and banged my head into my closet door. I was like, Nick Foles just caught a touchdown. Like, we're winning this game. Like, everything just seemed like it was just happening.
It was like that game was wild. Like I'm looking at it now. Let's do this. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. Today I just want to kind of muse and meander. And in fact, if any of the chat wants to join us today, it's anniversary day. We're going to have some fun in the 10 o'clock hour with Mike Sielski and the Brain. We're going to do some Super Bowl trivia. But I really wanted to kind of share this anniversary with the people that matter. And that's all the people right there in the chat and anybody that's watching at home or listening to us. Please chime in. In fact, Jules, could you put your email up so if people want you to send them a link to talk about that and what it meant to them? Because I have a perpetual smile or warmth, I should say, perpetual warmth in my heart from that moment. I mean, we all love this team, and to suffer the way we've suffered and what it meant in connecting generations. You know, one of the things I truly believe in when it comes to sports is that, listen, family sometimes is hard, man. Life's hard. And sometimes you don't want to talk to your parents or your brothers or your siblings or whatever it is. But sports is a way to bridge whatever issues you have.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you talk
It's
about
the great
all the
connector.
people you hug, all the people you high five. You have no idea what you have in common, but you have the sports and the birds in common. That's all that mattered at that
Right,
moment.
from inside families to the external and the
And it
strangers.
lasted like a full week, man. The whole city was high all week because I think there was a lot of gun violence around that time in Philly. That seemed to quell. Like everything just seemed to just chill for like 4 or 5 days in Philadelphia.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, sports has had that impact. I talk about it all the time. When the Phillies had their run a couple of years ago, the city, all of a sudden, the violent crime went down. But I kind of want to share this with you guys. So please, we would love it. VG will read some of your comments. We'd love to talk to you. Jules will send you a link, and you can just come on and talk to us, and we could share it. It's a beautiful, beautiful moment that we all got to share together. It's what I'll always remember. All right, let's talk about some of our friends, shall we? Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app and the big game, big ticket giveaway. This is something that I love what they're doing, Bet Parks. So for every $25 bet that you place on the big game, you will get an entry into the big game, big season ticket giveaway. What that means is in the 2027 season, one lucky winner will win season tickets to the Birds, or if you're out of the area, you can win Lions or Ravens or Steelers. But 2027 Bird season's tickets is up for grabs. So do yourself a favor, place as many $25 bets as you want. You'll be automatically entered. 50 people will be randomly drawn to win bonus bets, and one grand prize winner will receive the season ticket giveaway. All right? BetParks.com has all the details. You got to be 21 in PA, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for a car? Looking for a truck? Looking for an SUV? Elkins Chevrolet's got you. Elkins Chevrolet, they're run by 3 brothers. Real brothers, local guys. They're at the dealership every day making sure everything's going smooth. And right now, they're putting on a President's Day sales event, and the deals are bigger and better than ever. You need a truck? They've got it. Looking for an SUV? They got that too. They got your Silverados. They got the nice Blazers. They got the big, comfortable Suburbans and Tahoes. Every vehicle comes with the kind of service that makes you feel like you're part of the family, because they are a family. But don't wait. These President's Day deals are only there for a short time. Swing by Elkin Chevrolet, Route 73 South in Marlton, New Jersey. Super easy to get to right over the bridge, and get in on the deals that are just plain honking good. Elkin Chevrolet, they're real brothers, they're real deals, and they got a whole lot of honking good service. Together, let's drive.
Let's drive. All right. So let's before we get into it, with some of the chat.
A big AD. He's like, oh yeah, no violence for the entire week. That was crazy. Someone, there was one good one. It's basically said that win took away all the pain from the 80s through the 2000s.
It did, and the 2000s were very painful.
Yes.
Right? Like, because ask about the Buffalo pain when you're that close.
Right.
Being
Yes.
close
Yes.
and being good, it's one thing if you're the Jets or you're the Cardinals or one of these slop squads, right? The Browns. But when you're good and never win, that's almost worse.
I agree with that. Because it's such an emotional high, and there's such disappointment. That disappointment stings so hard.
Oh, it's way more painful than just being hopeless.
Yes.
It's like dangling a carrot in front of you.
Oh, yeah. The Bills fans have had it way worse than the Browns fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like it's but we had a high degree of that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you go to 5 title games in that short a period of time and not win, like, what are the odds? I remember Andy saying, hey, look, the goal is long before Daryl Morey brought this up about having shots at the title, which makes a lot of sense. Andy said it. And I remember Andy saying it and saying, hey, we're just looking for cracks, like cracks at the apple. Like one of these years, it's going to go our way. As long as you're around and you're playing well and you're in the mix, it's going to go your way. It's going to fall your way. And it never fell their way.
No, never fell their way.
It's funny for Andy being that great of a coach to have that kind of sustained success for all those years.
Right. He was sniffing around the whole time.
Right? And then he finally breaks through and go figure it's in Kansas City.
Yeah. I can't believe, go figure, it's Doug P. Like, Doug P seems like the most, I don't even know how to put it into words. Like the least guy you'd expect to win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I don't understand. His whole career was mid. He's kind of a mid.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a mid coach.
He was a backup journeyman.
Yeah.
I mean, but he was a great guy.
Great dude. I love the Crusher.
Yeah. And he was a great guy. And you're right. Like,
and for Andy not to ever get it here and Doug to, just seems, the whole thing's just wild.
Right. That's why I could keep going back to divinity.
Yes.
And here's one of the reasons. So I got a buddy of mine, Big Nick from Primos. All right. So I'll never forget, I was despondent on the radio, like despondent. Because I'm always like unfiltered, right? Like, like we give you what you give you. And I remember going, oh God, I am so bummed out. Like when Carson got hurt. And he's like, dude, don't worry about it. I go, what do you mean? He goes, listen to me. He goes, Nick Foles, you got to believe in St. Nick. He said that the Bears game, the Raiders game was Christmas Day. He said that leading up to Christmas. Like he's like, dude, I don't care.
What?
And in the final, I go, dude, did you watch the game? Yeah, I watched it.
Watch the game.
And he goes, you got to believe in St. Nick. He said that.
I mean, that's also a crazy thing that you can play it off of St. Nick. It's just nuts.
Like he goes, you got to believe in St. Nick. It's going to happen. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Like, what am I missing?
Right. Yeah.
Like my sensibilities are no way. But then I woke up the Sunday of the Super Bowl, and I did a show at the Grand Cafe L'Aquila.
Oh, I was there.
Which, I know you were.
Packed.
Which was a it's an Italian restaurant on Chestnut Street, like between 16th and 17th. And L'Aquila means eagle, actually, in Italian, right? So we do this Super Bowl pregame, like pep rally type of thing. Because I had been in, where was it, Minnesota, and it was freezing. And they were like, do you want to stay for the game? We'd rather you come back. And I'm like, no, man, I want to come back because should they ever win, I want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be here. I want to celebrate it. So I fly back. It was freezing, dude. Like, Minnesota, what we just experienced, it was 10 times worse. Not 100 times, but 10 times.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Like, what we just got out of the last week or so, it was that bad in Minnesota.
And those people somehow are happy. And
Yeah, I don't know. That place is, if I never have to go back there, I'm happy. It was, so we come back here and that Sunday, it was packed, the Grand Cafe. And people were singing the songs. And I just go, they're going to win. I'm talking to my cousin because we're like, hey, what time we go into the hotel room? Right?
I love that you guys got a hotel.
We were going to go at 2:00, right? And I said, what do you bring in? Like, what are we going to, how many cases of beer? Like, you know it, right? So I go, I feel great about the game. He said, you know what? I feel great about the game. and we're like, we love the chess match of it. So Joey and I are talking about the whole thing. Like, would it matter? Like, hey, man, I think what'll happen is if they just get pressure on Brady and, the game played out completely different than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Like, who thinks you're going to win a shootout, right?
With Nick Foles.
Right. But for some reason, I felt good about the game. And I think the whole town, it's almost like we put it out in the universe that we were going to win, that we were deserving of it. And we got our wishes granted.
I think it felt like a Philadelphia story. It felt like if we're going to get one, this is how it's going to happen with a backup quarterback against the dynasty, the greatest ever, maybe. And yeah, it just felt Philadelphia going into it, and it played out. I mean, if Philadelphia's ever going to get a Super Bowl, their first one, that's the way. That's the way it happened. It
has to happen that way
for the history of the city.
It has to happen
like the
that way.
second one was completely different, but the first one is just like, yeah, it's so Philly. Like Cleveland's got to be like, are you kidding me? They went with a backup. This is how they got it first. Are you kidding me? Against Brady and Belichick with Nick Foles. And yeah, that's how we do it.
You know what was bizarre and under talked about was earlier that year, the Patriots' best defensive player, Belichick suspended for the game in the secondary.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, he suspended for the game. It was wild. I was like, wow, why is he suspended him? Like, crazy, right? So, I don't know. It's just everything felt aligned.
I agree.
Planets, like, everything. Yeah,
moons, planets.
It was like everything was aligned. Now, some may believe that in parallel universes, right? And maybe we were just caught on our planet, that universe, the 1 in a million universes where this one turns into a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like that universe. It's a fun universe. Hey, Eddie Wright says he watched games with his dad his whole life until he passed in the summer of 17. He wore his dad's jersey and his grandpa's Eagles jacket and went to Broad Street 7 months later to celebrate in their honor.
Like, I love that, Eddie. I love that. That's what connects us. That he wore his father's jacket, his grandfather's hat, with vice versa.
Yeah.
And he had them with him, like, as he went to Broad Street. I freaking love that. I do. Those stories, and I remember chronicling a ton of them after the Super Bowl. Just call after call. It was one of the things that I loved about doing radio. To this day, like, I think my favorite job was still, I loved writing stories, right? Like deep, in-depth stories where, telling great tales. But a close second is sharing the excitement with the fans on a daily basis, like during a run,
Yeah.
like when it's good. And it was never better after that moment. Weeks and weeks. And the stories never got old to me. And I'll never forget, like, I hated program directors, like, just hated them. Like,
Surprise.
with every fiber of my being. And because I thought they had no soul.
Right.
And they would be like, you go too long with callers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care. First of all, I don't want to run a curt, rude show. Well, you got to keep the forward momentum. I understand cadence, all right? And I understand when people are meandering. But these stories were so profound, and that these people listened to us because they wanted to share the story, because they needed to get it out.
Right.
They needed to tell people who understood them. And I understand them. I'm one of them, right? So I understood them. So I wanted to hear their stories.
I never understood that. As a listener, I never understood the 2 minutes, because if it's an engaging, good conversation or a great story, heartfelt story, like, I'll listen. Give me 5 minutes if it's good.
Right.
The 2 minutes, I never understood that.
Listen, I get, like, if someone's going around, all right, like, listen, I've experienced many of those. But there is a cadence to the thing, and there is when something is a good story. And during that moment in time, where I walk in and, there would be 8 lines, wherever we had 9 lines, and they'd be all lit. And it was just, hey, let's just talk. Let's talk about it, man. It was the greatest.
Yes.
And one story after another.
Sammy, UK saying he flew over for it, celebrating the city. It was epic. Call it, Sammy. You're always in here. Call us. Hear your spirit.
Just love that. I love all that stuff. So the game itself, let's just relive it for a minute, all right? So here it is. It all starts with a Jake Elliott field goal, right? And then the Patriots come back, and it's 3-3. And then if you remember, Alshon Jeffrey catches that 34-yard pass from Foles. And Elliott missed a kick. And I remember thinking, we're doomed, right? Even after we score the touchdown.
Yeah, you can't be missing extra points against this team.
Right? And this is before they move back the extra point.
Yeah.
Right? And you miss the extra point, you go, oh, my God. Do you remember that? Remember thinking, it always comes back to haunt you.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. In the Super Bowl against this organization.
You're like, oh, God. And then right away, right, they get the ball back, and which was amazing. Second quarter, they go on a long drive, and let's roll the blunt. The Garrett Blunt.
Might be my favorite.
Rumbling.
Favorite Eagle ever.
21 yards into the end zone. Right? Like, it was like, oh, my God. And they're up 13-3.
13-3.
And you're going, oh, all right. Yeah. You get excited. Here are the Patriots. They come back. They make it 13-6. Then they get a stop. And that freaking James White. I had James White on the brain yesterday.
Yeah, I mentioned him yesterday.
Yeah, I had him on the brain yesterday. And he squirts loose for 26 yards and a touchdown. And here it is. It's at that point 15-12. All right? 15-12.
Gostkowski missed an extra point too? I feel like they traded missed extra points.
Yeah, no extra point. Actually, yes, that was it, because it should have been 13. Gostkowski missed the extra point off the White one, right? That happened just outside the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, maybe it's not going to kill us.
Right, 50. And then the drive, man, like that drive before halftime.
Yeah, pay attention, Nick. That's a drive before halftime. Let's go. Some urgency.
I mean, that was it.
Yes.
Right? Like, that was, like, unbelievable.
That's when you start. That's when you're like, all right, we really got a chance here. This is happening.
So then, of course, Philly. Where you want to run? What about Philly? All right, let's go. Like,
why not?
Let's do it.
Why not? We're here. Let's go.
Let's roll with it.
They
man.
ran it. Let's drive it.
So it then becomes 22-12 at halftime.
Halftime.
They're up 10, and remember, the Patriots got no cooks. Gronk was quiet up until that point.
Yeah, someone mentioned, was there a concussion issue with him at some point?
Cooks had the concussion. Or maybe Gronk got hurt too and he came back. I just remember him being quiet, and then in the second half he goes bananas. But it's 22-12, and you're going, all right, like feel good.
Held him to 12 points.
Right? You're feeling good. High scoring. You get 22 points in the first half.
Yeah.
Patriots, right? Like you're like, all right.
With the
this Patriots defense isn't any good. You feeling good.
Yeah.
Halftime. I remember pacing.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole thing. You know who showed up at halftime? Mikey Miss.
He was at the hotel?
He showed up at halftime.
What's he
It's
doing?
like where he was bebopping around. I don't know.
See, he had to be traveling during some of the game. He had to be en route during some
He's
of
out
the
of his
game.
mind, right?
Come on, Mike.
So he goes,
Free
what are you
beer?
guys doing? I go,
Yo, what are you doing?
yeah, we're at the hotel. I think I told him, I forget what it was. But he shows up at halftime. And I was like, yo, cuz, like, come on in, brother. We got all of everything, the whole thing. And, we're excited. Like, we're like little kids.
Yeah, of
Kids,
course.
let's go. And starts the second half.
You guys enjoy the Justin Timberlake halftime?
No.
Yeah.
We didn't even. In fact, we went downstairs. In the hotel, there was like a party going on, like a huge party. So we went downstairs, like looking for food or something, like I don't know,
Like
like
wedding
drinks.
crashers?
Well, yeah. We were just like, I don't know. We were just kind of rambunctious. Like we didn't want to. I didn't want to watch. I couldn't watch a halftime show. Like I'm not watching Justin Timberlake. I can't do it. Right. I mean, the Eagles are half from winning a Super Bowl for the first time, and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, are they going to get? Are we going to get devastated again?
Well, I mean, that's what, as a Philadelphia fan, you got to prepare for that. You always got to be ready for that.
Mentally preparing for what's going to be the letdown.
Yeah. After living through Spygate and everything? Yeah, of course.
Second half starts, and lo and behold, Brady goes up and down the field, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then he hits Gronk. And it's 22-19. Now, what do you remember from that?
I don't know, man. I don't have any memory jumps out from 22-19. Did they go for a 2-point conversion?
No, they scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's 22. No, my point is like, what are you feeling at that
Oh,
point?
well, now you're feeling here they come. If we don't answer here, it's problematic.
Right? Like when they
Yeah.
scored, I'm like, I'll be honest with you. I was devastated. Like I was like,
Here comes the tanks on the shore.
oh yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God. So, Brady, Dracula.
Yeah.
Right?
What did they get? What intel did they get at halftime? They're going to make adjustments now. How did they cheat at halftime?
Right. Like, I remember Jacksonville when, it was tied. The Eagles should have been up. And that thing ensued. All right. So at this point, it's 22-19. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come back and we'll do the rest of it. All right?
Yes.
All right. But let's have a moment from our friends. Attention, small and medium-sized businesses. I got an answer you got to have. It's called Togo. And it lets your stars focus on the business. Look, you don't want Bryce Harper pitching out of the bullpen, right? Listen, at Togo, it helps businesses streamline operations and level the playing field, taking on customer service, accounting, order management, logistics, admin, data entry, even complex multi-step operational processes, all at the fraction of the cost of building it in-house. Let them take that off the table for you, and then you can focus on growing the business, doing what you love best. Togo doesn't bill a dime until the real work begins. Programs start as low as $1,000 a month. Visit Togo.com and mention PHLY to receive free operational assessment. Togo, the answer. So my morning routine begins at Wawa. I think like most everybody else, but it's the greatest routine ever. It's the $5 breakfast deal, and it's a deal. You're talking about your sizzly. You want bacon, egg, and cheese, you want sausage, egg, and cheese, you want a bagel, you want a wrap, it's right there. Hash brown, coffee, all right? Any size coffee. I'm a Wawa coffee fan, all right? Whole thing, just $5. Now you can, if you want to switch it up, you want to go with the new caramel chocolate craze flavors, you want something different, you want a little sweetness to it. But anyway, you're in, you're out. You got enough fuel to actually get you going in the morning. You got meetings, you got stuff to do. Wawa is the fuel. 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day. All right? Any size coffee, sizzly hash brown. Wawa.com. Limited time availability. Get fueled up at Wawa. All right.
Just a couple comments. We got our friend Eric the Last. He said he just watched the video from your broadcast at Grand Cafe on the morning of the game. Him and two buddies with some Irish coffees together before, and then they went their ways to watch the game with friends and family.
Oh, Eric. Oh, my God. I love the DeLash brothers. They're the best. All those people, man. Tasty Cake Don was talking about it.
Yeah.
Being there. And, oh, God.
And they
When Father Charlie was there. Oh, my. It was just amazing. It was just awesome.
And we got FIC626. He wants you to recall your man in the fog story.
Oh, my God.
That's an all-time.
Wow.
It's like an all-time. I hang out with my grandpa. It's like all-time classic story. I love this story.
So I forgot about this. So earlier in the year, in that season, Jules, you've heard this one. So I lived. Sometimes I'm an idiot, right? Like I didn't want. Like my wife dragged me kicking and screaming to Jersey, right? Like it was bad, right? So we were living at the dockside, right? Which I don't even know why.
The building looks like a ship on the river.
Right. So we're right on Delaware Avenue. And I love it. I used to look at the water every day and go, look, this is amazing. And she's like, you can't raise kids in this apartment. I'm like, I guess you're right, you know. But anyway, so we had our dog, Prima, right? Yeah. And I love Prima. Prima was a Labradoodle. And so I took Prima, I used to take her for a walk. And I'd walk up and down Delaware Avenue. And I'm walking, and it's maybe October, I think, September, October. And there was a guy, man, he appears like it's foggy. I'm on the river, right? And, you know, it's fog on the river.
Yeah.
And, like, right next to the dockside is, like, the water. Like, I'd walk, and I loved it. Anyway, I see a guy, and he has a Jeff cap on, right? Like that, you know, that Philadelphia, like he reminded me, like, right off of 2nd Street. Had a satin Eagles jacket on, like a starter jacket from the 80s. And he had this pink face.
He had the big drinker's nose?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had the pink face, like round cheeks, pink face. I could draw him. And he had the pink nose, the drinker's nose, the pinkish hue, and real kindly, like one of those guys who walked out of the bar off of 2nd Street that was just like your pop. Like, you loved him. Like a cool, like an Irish guy to the T. Like, I go,
a couple bucks.
Yeah, like, just warm. And so he's like, he comes up to me and he's like, you know, I just figured he was just a listener, right? Like, you know, and he's like, you got to believe. What's wrong with you? And I don't know. I think I was down. I was saying something. He's like, what's up? You got to believe, man. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I believe. Like, I was trying to placate him. He's like, no, you don't. And he's like, listen, you have to believe in this. It matters if you believe. It was like a real interesting conversation. Like, I think about it, the hairs on the back of my neck kind of stand up. Yeah. And I just remember this moment. I literally turned around, like he didn't say goodbye, nothing. I turned around and he was gone. Like it was foggy. So, you know, he wasn't a ghost, I don't think. But I mean, I don't know. Like the guy disappeared in the fog. It was thick fog. I mean, it was real fog. But I like he didn't think about it. It was weird. I'm like, and I, you know, when you turn around, and you're like, wait, like,
Yes.
because I was tending to Prima, picking up the doo-doo, right? And I turn around and he was gone. And I'm looking, I'm squinting, and I'm trying to go through the fog. Of course, nothing.
Oh, the pagan calls that a glitch in the Matrix. Like there's a time jump or something.
Oh.
And you're like, what? What happened?
Is that what she says?
Oh, yeah. She believes in all that stuff.
Wow, maybe
Glitches in the Matrix.
Maybe it was. Maybe that was. Maybe it was a glitch in the. It was. But this dude, I immediately like when he comes up to me, I was like, oh, I love this guy. Like one of those people.
Yeah.
Really good vibes. Right.
I love these kinds of guys.
Like just like you go, oh, I love this guy. It's fun. Like Pat McClune reminds me of him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
like
thinking.
Pat reminds me of this guy. And Pat now, but Pat Younger was, he was an athlete, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this dude, like, he just had this way about him. So my brother, that was I forgot about him. Like, and as the season goes
that's
on,
one of your all-time stories, man.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Anyway, when last we left, it was 22-19. Eagles are in need of something, right?
We're nervous. We got PTSD.
And Foles hits Corey Clement. I texted Corey. I'm dying to talk to him, right? I texted him. I didn't get any answer. I know he's living in Arizona. Anyway, he toe taps. Remember the toe tap?
Just a ridiculous passing catch.
Like he's a running back.
I know.
This is a running back doing a toe tap. Are we kidding? Like, seriously?
Again, nothing made sense.
So it's 29-19, third quarter. And you finally you're going, all right, we're back. Like that.
Punch.
That was the answer we needed.
Still standing.
But these freaking vampires, I'll never forget Boo. Boo talking about vampires. He's Dracula. They're vampires. You can't kill them. And what happens? Brady comes back down the field. Boom, 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 boom. He hits Chris Hogan. Are you kidding me?
Someone mentioned him in the chat, being like, Chris Hogan smoked us.
Chris Hogan. They had no receivers. And Tom Brady's throwing to Chris freaking Hogan. 26-yard touchdown pass. It's 29-26. Oh, yeah,
they're still
pounding.
Still coming. They're like zombies.
Oh, God, just die, Patriots, die. Another drive. Elliott comes back, field goal.
All right, it's all right. You feeling all right?
No, I remember still feeling like, oh, la, 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 la. It's 32-26. Now, in everybody's mind, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking, I don't like it. I think one of my buddies goes, I don't like it. 32-26. The number of 6 was scary, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, because a touchdown, you lose.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you still just need to feel good.
You were feeling comfortable there?
I was all in on belief at this point with Nick and stuff. I was all in.
I was nervous. I'm not going to lie, man. I was still, 32-26. I'm thinking we're going to lose 33-32. That was in my head.
Wow.
Need 7, not 3. And then Brady goes down the field. Oh, God. Oh, God. Goes down the field. Gronk. Freaking hate Gronk.
Can I tell you, I can't stand him. As a player, I hate him, but I hate his after-career personality.
Yeah,
and
he's just he's just
a cement head.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm fine. But whatever.
Yeah, he irritates me.
They score 33-32.
Yeah.
Now, I'm despondent. Utterly despondent. Oh!
Nah, man. Got BDNs coming on the field.
How about BDA? Really? You're down 33-32 to the Mighty Patriots. Does he falter? No.
Nah, this is the guy who called Philly.
Hey,
He's
here's the
ready
other
to
thing.
go.
But here's Doug, right?
Yeah.
4th and 2. There's no punt in Doug.
No.
All right? There's no D in punt.
No.
All right? And 4th and 2 goes for it. Complete. First down.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that, dude.
Zach Ertz, baby.
Yeah. And Zach Ertz catches the touchdown pass. And with 2:21 to go in the game, it's 38-33.
Let's give props. Nelson Aguilar, I'm looking. He had 3 catches after that 4th down. He had 3 catches right after completion to Nelson, completion to Nelson, completion to Nelson.
Oh, I'm gonna well up and cry. It was awesome. And then, of course, then it's like we just fear the Brady, Dracula vampire coming back down.
Because they go for 2, they missed it. Now we're only up 5.
Yeah, but, forget about, it was always going to be a touchdown, right? And we all had visions. There he is. There's freaking Brady. GOAT, the whole thing. What does he do?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Brady against, can you imagine you're a Falcons fan? Right? I mean, remember that game.
Yeah.
You're a Falcons fan, and that motherfucker, you get that kind of lead, and you lose that lead, so it's Brady.
Yes.
And imagine how we all were.
Never bet against Brady. As a bettor, I never bet against Brady. Said he's playing the Eagles.
In throat.
Yeah.
And they stop him.
Well, he ran into Mr. Brandon Graham.
Yeah. Even up to that last ditch Hail Mary.
Let's give props to Derek Barnett did not have a great time here, but he found that loose ball after Brandon stripped it.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty amazing. And then when the ball hits the turf, confetti comes down.
After you hear Al Michaels' disappointment that it didn't get caught.
There's that motherfucker, another guy who is one of the greatest of all time, but the worst call in the history of the Super Bowl.
Right.
The worst call. And
you feel like Collinsworth is like, oh.
Yeah. They were rooting.
Yeah.
He had a big wager on the Patriots. You know he did. Come on, Al.
Brutal.
It was brutal, but
Gene Steratore, the referee. I just looked it up.
Was it really?
Yeah, head ref.
Gene, the dancing machine. Wow. Oh my God. What a game. What a freaking game.
One sack the whole game. Brandon Graham, strip sack.
Yeah. No, listen, that defense wasn't good. That's what I'm talking about. They weren't that good of a team. We weren't that good.
Yeah.
That's why it was divinity.
We say, hey, Gene Steratore, I'm looking. Eagles got called 6 penalties, 35 yards. New England, 1 penalty, 5 yards. Come on. How can they go a whole game with 1 penalty for 5 yards?
In a game with 60 or 74 points.
500 yards passing. There's no holding.
Yeah, come on.
10-yard holding.
Stop, Gene. Come on, Gene.
Rough.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. Mike Sielski is going to join us, and the great voice of the Enquirer. I wanted to share this with him today because a lifelong Philadelphian that he is. And the thing with Mike is that he's a great journalist, a great columnist, but he's also the same kid that you were. He was that kid rooting for these teams. So nobody gets the profundity that as Mike does.
His tweet last night. Sources tell me Rick Tocchet, who is trying to destroy Mizkov's career, also shot JFK and fixed the 2020 presidential.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. That is a great tweet. That is a great tweet. Because can I just say one thing? Because at some point I need to talk to everybody. Today's a special day, anniversary.
Yeah.
So it's not for today. But I don't understand the Flyers stuff. I don't understand it.
I'm kind of
Like,
with you.
I really don't get it. This insanity. Like,
It's become a national story.
Like I put on WIP the other day, and I guess it was Hunter that was going off, freaking out. I'm like, what did you guys expect? Like this whole thing about, and then the Meatcoff stuff. I don't think there's a vendetta against Meatcoff from Rick, from Tocchet. I just don't understand it. Like I thought we all agreed that this is a rebuild. They're 15 minutes into it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Tockett's first year
around
as a
the
coach.
playoffs.
This is Joji's second year as a president. Like, forget about the playoffs. Didn't we thought this was going to be a rebuild?
Yeah, but I think people thought they'd take a little step forward and get in the first round.
It's a process. The Sixers got years, seasons.
Yeah,
Hinkie was. We still talk about Hinkie dying for our sins.
we do.
But they get no grace.
I mean, it's only been like 50 something years. Like, I'm saying, what's the rush right now?
Right,
like,
right.
I mean,
let's
try and do it. Let's try and do it right. And I think they are.
Nice guy last night. Yesterday it was about 4:30. I had a meeting with Meg from FIFA Soccer.
Yeah.
And the Philly. We were gonna do some great stuff in the World Cup, and we were at Chickies and Pete's.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I see a nice guy. He's jersey. He's going to the game, and he's like, "Gotta go. Tocchet's gotta go." I'm like, "Why? Like what?" Like he was all anti-Flyers. And so we were talking. I had a nice conversation. And by the end of it, I think I calmed him down. I was like, "Let's just give it a minute." Like I'm not I don't know. I can't see the future. I get it. The free agency didn't kind of turn the way it turned out, but let's just be patient with it. Meatcoff's not getting traded. There's nothing wrong with it's going to be. Just calm down.
So here's a comment from David Schaefer. Hilarious how we are carrying water for Tocchet. This guy's made the playoffs twice in 9 years. He sucks as a coach. Learn hockey before you talk down to Flyers fans. Tocchet has a track record with doing this to young guys. Every stop he's been, he's mediocre at best. You guys are so off base with the Flyers. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you could think that. I mean, when you go through each stop, I don't know. I mean, I've talked to Tocchet about each of those stops.
I mean, I admit I'm a Zamboner, but
well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not, so you can tell me all you want, but I'll go toe to toe with you every day of the week. And I talk to them, and I'm not carrying water for the guy. Do I like him? Yeah. Full disclosure, I do. I love Tocchet. Like I like the whole idea of the crest, and I believe in that stuff. So yeah, I mean, without a doubt. But you can't compare those situations. And by the way, you know what happened in Vancouver and the mess that he was stuck with. That wasn't his fault. But listen, you could say talk down. I don't think I'm talking down. I think I'm talking with you. I'm not talking down to you. I'm saying I just don't understand it. We're 15 minutes into this rebuild. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking down to you. Like, I know that Bisonet and Paul went off on Flyer fans last night on Spittin' Chicklets and TNT. I get it. But like we're sitting there, we're family, and I'm just telling you, where's the grace? Listen, it may turn out to be a problem, but I'm not rushing the judgment. And when it comes to Michkov, he'll tell you, I mean, I'm a huge Michkov guy, but you got to come in the right way. Otherwise, if you coddle him, you become Ben Simmons. Like, he got coddled, and B got coddled for the first part of his career. Like, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with making a kid earn.
No, I'm with you. I just think sometimes there's a little inconsistency, like saying he's not in shape, but then he plays. What did he play last night? 15, 16 minutes. He looked great. So it's just so that people
I mean, here's the other part of the
so
argument.
worried about losing the Michka, which I
The
get.
other part of the argument is, hey, he's playing him against competition where he knows he's going to play well against. So dropping him down is a way to do that.
That's a way to do that, but that can't be seen as you're putting him on lines with guys who are just not skilled at all. How's he supposed to get any points?
Listen, I understand the whole thing, and I love Michkov.
Yeah, I know.
I love Michkov. But again, I just need to see it. Like, I think we're too early and we're too rash about it. But that's just my opinion. You feel the way you feel.
Yeah.
But just don't tell me, A, I don't know hockey, and don't tell me, B, I'm talking down to you, because I'm not. Because I'll take offense to that. I want to talk with you. And by the way, email Jules and come on the show.
Yes.
All right? Like, it's easy to be a typewriter, type goon. Like, call up and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I got no, listen, I love to talk things out. All right? I have an opinion, and I have an educated opinion. Because I put the work in and I talk to the people. But I'm always open for new ideas and new thoughts, and I don't discount the way you think. All right, let's get, I want to get Mike up here, but first, let's take care of some business. Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook Big Game Season Ticket Giveaway. This thing, I go nuts over this thing, because I'm just imagine if you won season tickets to the 27 bird season. You can actually do that. So here's the deal. $25 wager for new and existing customers at Bet Parks gets you automatically entered in the big game drawing. Now, what that is, 50 people will be randomly drawn through the 4 states: PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. And 50 people will win bonus bets. One lucky winner gets the season tickets for the 2027 season. All right? I mean, you got a shot. Each $25 bet gets you an entry. BetParks.com has all the details. Just remember, you got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, Michigan. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Homeowners, it's time to make your home work smarter, not harder. With a TrueMark Financial home equity line of credit, you can tap into your home's equity to handle renovations, upgrades, or whatever's next on your list. Do a man cave, pay off some high-interest debt. A TrueMark Financial HELOC Select gives you the flexibility to borrow when you need it on your own timeline. You start with a revolving line of credit, use only what you need, and when you're ready, you can lock in all or part of your balance at a fixed rate for those predictable payments. You only pay interest on what you use, and as you pay it back, that credit becomes available again. No reapplying, no extra steps. With competitive rates compared to most unsecured loans and flexible repayment options, this could be a smart move for your home and, more importantly, your wallet. Learn more about TrueMark Financial's home equity line of credit at TrueMark.com or stop by one of their 24 branch locations to get started. TrueMark Financial, they are federally insured by the NCUA. They are an equal opportunity lender, NMLS 404938.
All right, on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, I love them. I love our conversations. The great Mike Sielski.
Here comes Mike Sielski.
Good morning, Michael. Happy anniversary. Oh, no, you're muted.
Anniversary of what?
He never disappoints.
The Super Bowl.
I know. I'm
Michael. Oh, Michael.
I'm
Tell
thinking
me
of
it's
me
not true,
first.
Michael.
I'm thinking of me first. You said that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I got married in September. No, happy Super Bowl day.
Dude, come on. Was there a more profound moment in this city in the 250 years of America? Was there a more of a profound moment? You can give me the Declaration of Independence, you can give me all that, but nothing saw the spiritual awakening that we saw The night the Eagles beat the Patriots.
I think of two moments from that night. I think of number one, Brandon Graham sacking Brady and forcing the fumble because I was writing on deadline and my entire column was written as if the Eagles were going to win. And I was panicking that Brady was going to lead the Patriots down the field and lead them to victory, and that I was going to have to scrap everything I've written and rewrite everything in 6 minutes. The other moment I think of, and I think I've mentioned this
By
to
the
you.
way, real quick, nobody understands the angst
Right.
of that moment because people go, oh, yeah, no, like writing 2,000 words in 6 minutes is stresses you have no idea.
Yeah, it's just the ultimate brain. It would have been the ultimate brain dump. And thank God for BG that he made the play. Um, the other thing I think of, and I've probably mentioned this to you guys before, is that after I filed the column and before I went downstairs to do any interviews, I went to the back of the press box at US Bank Stadium and called my dad and said, "Can you believe this happened?" Right. And not just because he is a longtime fan and, was happy to see them win. My grandfather had passed away, several years before, had not gotten to see them win a Super Bowl. My father had a few close friends who had passed away, who had not gotten to see the Eagles win the Super Bowl. And it was the same sort of thing that I think a lot of people connected to Philadelphia and the Eagles were feeling in that moment, is that you want to share this with the people who have been waiting for it the longest and who have gone through the most. And so I remember that. I remember talking to my dad in the back of the press box that night, and then heading downstairs. And I know how proud he was to have his son there to cover it. That's really cool.
I mean, are you kidding me? That he's going to get his son is chronicling the first ever Super Bowl? I mean, Mike, the story of the pain that we had all ensued up until that moment. I mean,
Yeah.
I went through it chapter and verse in the first hour of the show, and leading up to it, you experienced all of it. And for that moment, as unthinkable as it was, right? I mean, the storyline is still, I still look back to and go, how the hell did they win?
Yeah. I mean, it would have been one thing if they had beaten the Jacksonville Jaguars with Carson Wentz
Yeah.
still as their quarterback.
Yeah.
It was something entirely different that they beat Brady, Belichick, and the Patriots with Nick Foles in the Philly special. That's another layer of sentimentality and drama, and it just adds something to the story that, I mean, I can't wait for this 30 for 30 that's coming up
Yeah.
about the Philly special, because I'm really curious, like, is there something new that they're going to reveal here? I feel like we know everything about this play. So I'm really curious to see what.
Well,
what
this might
ESPN
be
came
just
up
a
with.
story for us to relish and enjoy.
Right.
But really the story for the masses to tell an amazing story that we're going to know everything in
Exactly.
it,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great point.
What I think about often about it is how bleak it looked. Like, it's one thing, it's Nick Foles, but Nick Foles and the Eagles, it was so bleak after the Raider game.
Yeah.
I was despondent. Like, there's no way in the world. Like, I mean, when you've lived through the Fog Bowl and lived through Tampa Bay and lived through Carolina, like, we forget about the Carolina game that comes after 4th and 26. Like, when
Right.
a team has 4th and 26, you go on to the Super Bowl because you've cheated death.
Yes. That's 100% right. I was talking with somebody about that the other day. It might have been with you guys. Most underrated, devastating injury, maybe in Philadelphia sports history, was Brian Westbrook injuring his elbow in the regular season finale in 2003. He
Yeah.
wasn't there for the 4th and 26 game, and he wasn't there for the Panthers game. And that hurt them immeasurably offensively. And nobody talks about that. And you're right, the Carolina game, everybody remembers the Tampa game and Rondé Barber and Joe Jurevicius and all that. The Carolina game with Ricky Manning and Todd Pinkston, it's like repressed memory. Like, nobody brings it up and talks about it. It's almost like, that's a bridge too far. We had to bury it somewhere deep in our psyche.
Yeah, because we got punked. Like
Right.
the Panthers cornerbacks punked the Eagles receivers. Like it was embarrassing. Like, listen, McNabb gets a lot of heat for interceptions, big time interception, the whole thing. I get it. But like those receivers were terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
just terrible. He had nothing. Then he got hurt in that game. Remember that?
Yeah, he did. Coy Detmer had to come in, and it's really funny we're talking about this because that era of the NFL to me is very similar to the one we're in now, where you
Yes.
had teams like the Panthers with Jake Delhomme or the Bucks with Brad Johnson or the Ravens with Trent Dilfer getting to, and if not winning the Super Bowl, then coming really close to winning the Super Bowl. And you didn't need the Mahomes, the Rodgers, the Brady, the Manning, whoever to get you there as a quarterback. And I think that's kind of the era we're in now. I mean, I know the Seahawks and Patriots, statistically speaking, had really high-powered offenses this season, but it's, the Patriots basically took the ball out of Drake May's hands in the AFC Championship game. And Sam Darnold's a great story, but, the guy knocked around for the first 7 years he was in the NFL before figuring it out.
The other one, and we never talk about this, was '08 against the Cardinals.
Right.
Where the Steelers are on the other side. Like, we're going to have the Keystone Bowl. I mean,
yeah.
Think about that for a second. It was going to be Eagles Steelers, the Steagles. Like, it was going to be that as a Super Bowl. All that stood in front of us was the Arizona Cardinals. And that year was very tumultuous, right? Like,
right.
Donovan, I'll never forget the tie against Cincinnati. Donovan throws 50 times in a stark wind, right?
Yep.
And the Ravens
and
lost.
He gets benched for Kevin Cobb. And you think the foundation of the whole Andy Reid era is starting to shake and quake. And then all of a sudden they come back and their big turnaround game was against the Arizona Cardinals on Thanksgiving night. They destroyed the Cardinals. Arizona went into a tailspin from that they pulled out of in the playoffs because Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald were just that good. And then the Eagles went on and they have that 44-6 victory over the Cowboys. And they get a good draw. They beat the Vikings with Tavares Jackson, and they go beat the Giants when the Giants are really good. And you're thinking, this is awesome. This is great. They're going to make a quasi-Cinderella run to the Super Bowl. And they can't cover Larry Fitz in the championship game.
I still, we never talk about that game. And that was like, how many times do we see like the Giants get hot and go on to win the Super Bowl, right? Like both Eli Manning Super Bowls were like that storyline. And in that game, who let us down? Not let us down, but what let us down was Jim Johnson's defense.
Yeah.
Which was always something that it was like a rock that we were able to hang on to.
Yeah, I mean, that was the tail of the era, right? Like, go back to the Panthers game. It wasn't like Jake Delhomme was leading the Panthers up and down the field. They scored 13 points and were fortunate to get that many. But the offense could do nothing against the Carolina defense and those cornerbacks. And then the flip side happens against Arizona, right? Donovan has a tremendous second half. They come back from a 24-6 deficit to take the lead, and then the defense can't hold it. So, I mean, it's fun to reminisce about that time. It really is, only because, like we've talked about, Ant, like the rides were great if you were a fan, right? Like right up until the moment that it really, it was nut cutting time, and then they could never come through.
Exactly. What's the matter?
You used that a couple of times. I just learned it for the first time like 3 weeks ago. This nut cutting time. I've never heard this before. Yeah, Julia's never heard it.
Well, Jules, whatever, but you should know.
Nut cutting time?
Yeah. Sports term. It's a coaching term.
I'm just saying. None of my coaches.
Where the rubber meets the road?
I know that. Rubber meets the road.
Okay.
The nut cutting time. I don't even want to know what it means. It's too weird.
Yeah. Like it's nut cutting time for Rick Tocchet and Matvey Michkov. Am I right, fellas?
I don't get it, Mike. I just don't get it. Like why are we freaking out?
Because this has been a bad hockey team for a long, long time.
Yes.
And the people who love it and still love it through all the badness really, really desperately want them to be good. And they see Matvey Mishkov and they want to watch him play. And they want to watch him play regardless of the context and the circumstances of him around him this season.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the other part too is that I think for those fans who have been fans of the Flyers for a long time, there is a reluctance to blame the roster in a way. And I don't mean that by like the players are bad guys or the players are who they are on this team. The Flyers' problem right now is not Rick Tocchet in the same way that John Tortorella really and Alain Vigneault and Dave Hackstall and Craig Berube were not the problem with the Flyers. Go back and look at their last 22 years of draft history. It is awful.
Yep.
They have been terrible at finding and acquiring and developing young talent. They can't do it. And you look at this team right now, I understand why everybody's focused on Mishkov. I get it. And in a different era where people had some patience and, you know, the whole world wasn't 6 inches in front of our face because of our phones, people would understand that, like, guys have lousy second seasons from time to time. And
I just
often
saw
it's part of their development.
McKinnon's. I just saw McKinnon's career arc, and it was that, like, bad second, promising rookie year, bad second year, third year was all right, and then fourth year was the star year.
Yes, and does it mean Mishkov is guaranteed to be great? No, but it also doesn't mean that he's guaranteed to bomb out and that the Flyers, in the form of Rick Tocchet, are like working to make it so that he bottoms out and they have to trade him. Look at the roster as it is right now. Their best forward is Travis Konechny, who is a very good player. On a good team, on a team that could really compete and have a shot in a postseason of actually getting to the conference finals or even the Stanley Cup, Travis Konechny would be a second-line player. That's the issue. That is the issue. They are not talented enough. They are not deep enough. And even if you grant that Danny Briere and Keith Jones know what they're doing, it's going to take them a long time to acquire that talent. It doesn't happen overnight because it's so much easier to miss on picks and signings than it is to hit on them.
I guess, you know what I look at? I go, hey, now I've always been one where I could separate regimes, right? Like, listen, when you say those Flyers, I'm like, to me, it's 4 for 4, right? Like, I've always looked at it through the prism of 4 for 4. And I look at the Flyers and I go, all right, this regime, I got to let it breathe. Like, I can't allow the previous regime to bleed in. And, let's see what happens with this draft. It's so fresh and so new that I gotta at least give it a little time before I condemn it, right? Like, I need some perspective. And listen, I think that's kind of the disconnect that I have, where I'm like, I'm just kind of, my expectations are like, they need a lot of help. Like, this isn't some, quick fix and we're going to just turn this thing around. Like, it's going to be we got a lot of pain left.
Yes, because they don't have enough, even in the system right now. And it takes a long time to gather those players and have them develop.
Yeah.
And, I use this analogy. One of my best friends in the world is a rabid Flyers fan. And this guy is the most reasonable, level-headed person you could possibly imagine until he starts talking about this hockey team, and then it's tinfoil hat time. And I told him the other day, like, you can want to wage war all you want, but if your foe has bazookas and you have slingshots, you're gonna lose the war. And the only way to be able to win is to go get bazookas and cannons and the weaponry you need. And they don't have it. They just don't. They have some guys who could be part of that and maybe will be part of that, but they just don't have the weaponry to be able to wage that kind of battle.
No. And, again, when you sit down and you actually watch these teams, like when you're when you're watching the Tampas and coming
Yes.
back against they're down 5-1, and the next thing you know, you're looking at the Kucherovs, and they didn't even have Braden Point, right? Like he's
Right.
been hurt. Like when you're watching those teams, like there's just such a like their top six is their real top sixes.
Yes.
Go to
Yes.
Minnesota, go to Dallas, right? Go to Carolina, go to Colorado, go to Edmonton. Well, just look at the top six, and then look at the blue line. The other issue is,
Right.
you really suffer on the blue line. There's no depth there.
Yeah. I mean, like I think a lot of longtime Flyers fans just think that if this team works hard, like it did in the Clarkey days or in the Keenan days, they should be able to compete every night. And that's not the modern NHL.
No.
I mean, the talent pool is so deep and so vast, you've got to tap into it to a great degree. And then layer on top of that the culture and the work ethic and the tone setting from your top guys. Look at what Florida's done over the previous 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Like, you add a Kachuk, who not only is a great player, but is a great character guy and a tone setter in that locker room, in addition to the other guys they have. That's what you're shooting for. And this team can play its rear end off every night, and quite frankly has in some of the last few games. And when
I
push
also
comes to
think
shove,
during
they're
the
not going to be able to
stretch,
compete.
like when Vladar got hurt, like it killed them, right?
Yeah.
Because, Kolosov is unplayable.
Right.
Right. And then you're stuck with a guy who shouldn't be playing 7 straight games. That's just not who he is. I mean, but that didn't do them any favors. I also think that, and I was having this conversation last night, that there needs to be something to give the fan base that's tangible. It's hard when there's nothing tangible, but hey, give us time, give us some hope, brick by brick. Like when you've dealt with a long time, like my heart does go out to rabid Flyer fans that go, like, what do you want? Like we've dealt Fletchers and all, like he was a disaster.
Yeah.
Killed the franchise. And these guys are still paying the sins for that.
Yeah. And, Hextall, you look back at that tenure, and I look at it with two minds, right? Like on the one hand, in general, in the main, in the broad plan, he was right to like, we need to replenish the talent and we need to draft well. But then his draft picks didn't work out. Like they couldn't find anybody. Like you can't have German Rubstoff be your first round pick and just be a big giant nothing. And you can't have Nolan Patrick be the number 2 overall pick and be the one guy in the top 4 who doesn't turn into a franchise caliber player.
Yeah.
You can't swing and miss like that. And is everything Danny and Jonesy doing perfect right now? Of course not. But they're still paying for the sins of the past in trying to fix what's going on now.
I get what I'm reading through from the chat and from Twitter and stuff is that maybe it's getting mischaracterized what the fans are upset about. The fans are upset about the best forward on the ice when he's on there, Michkov, by far, not getting the playing time and getting 10 minutes some nights. And then you have the senior management saying, yeah, we want to play these guys, and it's not happening. So their frustration is more with Tocchet right now not playing Michkov when he's their most talented player. I feel like that's the sense I'm getting from the fans.
Yeah, and you know what that makes me think of, VG? That makes me think of fans complaining about Dave Haxtell benching Shane Gostisbehere, and it makes me think about John Tortorella not playing certain young guys and all that. Sometimes that's true. Like Cam York obviously suffered under Torts and is now better, maybe better for it. But the coaches are in the business of winning games. And the coaches are also in the business of being tougher on those players often who they expect and need more from. I mean, I talked to Shane Gostisbehere back in the day about Haxtell benching him, and he said it was the best thing for me. It made me a better player. I'm better for having done that. And I don't think it's too much to expect that, something similar could happen with Michkov. And I think Ant's point, drawing the analogy to Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, is right on the money. We can talk all we want about the culture of hockey being different, but the bottom line is, you have to teach these guys at some level, to some degree, about this is what it's like in the league. And you can't get away with drinking Shirley Temples. And you can't get away with just ignoring improving your jump shot. This is what it's going to take. And you have to go through a little bit of that. And there's a way to handle it if you're a coach or an organization, and there's a way to handle it if you're a player. And Mishkov is in the middle of that right now. And I go find me a Flyers fan who is complaining about what is happening with Mishkov right now, but who thought that what the Sixers did with Embiid was just awesome. Oh yeah, let him do whatever he wants to do. He's the talent. We just want to see him play. You won't find anybody.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's why I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I do believe in that when it comes to young players, there's a way to develop habits.
Yeah.
And
some of this is in the locker room too, right? Like they have, I haven't been around them very much the last couple of years, but the Flyers, through the last 10, 12, 15 years have had a very easy to deal with locker room. Like they're a bunch of nice guys.
Yeah, you know what that locker room lacks too? A C.
Yeah.
A true C.
That matters in this sport. And it matters in every sport to one degree or another, right? So much of a team's culture comes down to who's wearing the C, metaphorically, in the locker room. Do you have a Tim Duncan? Do you have a Tom Brady? Do you have a Kobe Bryant? Do you have a LeBron James? A guy who may very well be your best player, but doesn't necessarily have to be. Do you have a Chris Pronger who is not going to mess around with stuff? And they haven't had that. Nothing against Sean Couturier, but he's just not that kind of guy.
No.
And at this stage of his career, it's harder for him to be that kind of guy.
Yeah.
One more quick one, Mike, because maybe you both of you guys can answer this. No one's saying let Mishkov do whatever he wants. They're saying don't embarrass the guy with the whole year with his ice time and stuff, while Hathaway is getting a ton of playing time, and he's not saying anything about the likes of a Hathaway.
Is Mishkov embarrassed? Does he feel embarrassed?
I think 10 minutes. I think he probably does play in 10 minutes.
I mean, maybe he does.
Maybe getting called out for not going to treatments on time.
I think people are embarrassed on his
young
behalf.
Players, that's the way to reach them, right? Like sometimes when you take away playing time, that's the way to motivate them. Like that's real, man. Like young players, again, what hurts them the most? Not being able to play. What's the impetus to get them to do the right? There's a way to conduct yourself as an elite athlete. And the way to do that sometimes might be taking away playing time.
Yeah, but I guess it feels to fans that it's not fair across the board. He's tougher on Mishkov than he is a Garnet Hathaway.
There's a distinct difference.
Mishkov matters more to the franchise than Garnet Hathaway.
You're what are we talking about? You need to get Mishkov right. Mishkov forget about now and the present. Mishkov has to be a star. Has to be. He's got incredible talent, right? He's got ability. But he's got to pan out. He can't be a bust. He's got to. So that's apples and oranges when it comes to Hathaway. Who cares about Hathaway? You care about Mishkov and making sure he's not a bust.
Yeah, you know what the other unspoken thing here is too? And I don't know if any of these fans would ever cop to it. How many of them have Matvei Mishkov on their daily fantasy hockey rosters and they want to see him play? That's the other dynamic that never gets talked about because Philadelphia is so parochial and we're all 4 for 4 and all about these teams. I guarantee you there are Flyers fans out there who want Matvei Mishkov to play more because they want to win their fantasy hockey leagues. Let's be very frank about this. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I guess I want to give. Listen, they're a tough watch when he's not on the ice. Thank God for Zegras, right? Zegras has flair. He's got ability. But
they are a tough watch. I acknowledge that.
I watch every
totally.
game, right? I watch every game, and I yearn to see me. When we saw last year, and Mishkov got a bunch of ice time. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
I like when he's cherry picking, right? Like, and he go get a breakaway, and he'll do his Michigan, and he'll try the like. I love it,
Right.
but like I want the kid to be elite, and not just be a circus, right? So I'm willing to deal with this now for the long run. That's all I could hope for.
As long as he doesn't get disgruntled and want to get out of town.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where's he going to go? Like they've got him. Briere said that last night. They've got him for a while. I understand the fear that he.
Well, they
gets
had Gauthier
disgruntled.
for a while too.
Yeah, and we still don't know what happened there. Like, I am totally open to the possibility that the Flyers screwed that up. It's certainly possible, but we don't know. And is it possible that Cutter Gauthier also just didn't want to be here for whatever reason? I don't know the answer to that. And I understand from a fan standpoint why they go, that must be the Flyers' fault. They screwed it up. And I certainly feel like, the trade was not great because the piece you got back, Jamie Drysdale, does not seem at this point to be the equivalent or will be the equivalent of what Cutter Gauthier is going to be for the Anaheim Ducks. But what do we know that happened there? The guy didn't want to play here. Is that because of the guy or because of the here?
And the other issue is you can't operate in fear that, you're going to lose a player. Like, you can't operate that way. That's what happened with the Sixers. And again, these are different people, different cultures, vastly different cultures. You got a kid from Russia. I think Michkov's a tough kid. I would be stunned. Now, again, I can't promise it, guarantee it, but I would be stunned if he's like checking out. Like, I went out. I can't imagine that. Knowing where he comes from, the kind of culture, the kind of kid he seems to be, but you can't operate in fear. Like when you're developing young talent.
And I think it's at a different level because, like, towards healthy scratch the kid. I mean, we're not there with talking at all yet. Thank God. Thank God.
Right. I think this just comes down to fans are so hungry to have a reason to watch.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Michkov provided that, and it's totally understandable. But this is not. It's like I don't even know what the comparison would be. But Rick Tocchet and Danny Briere and Keith Jones can't operate. No organization can operate a franchise based on this is what the fans want to see right now. Like that's the last thing they should do.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. I think they're yearning for a reason to watch, a reason to be excited, and there's no tangible reason right now, right? Like, it all bubbles up. Like Zegras goes on a little. He's playing much better lately, but he went through his funk, right? So early on, they're playing really well, and people are into it. And then Zegras kind of goes into a little bit of a funk. Vladar gets hurt. They go down and into a tank, and people are going, same old nonsense.
But yeah, and here's what's interesting about the Zegras component of that. And remember the whole discussion, like 15 games into the season, about whether the Flyers should sign Trevor Zegras to a 6-year contract? Like, can we just cool our jets for a second here, people? Like, can the guy play half a year with the Flyers before they decide to commit to him for the next half decade?
Yeah.
But that's my point about people being so hungry for something and being so into the now that they can't look at what might be smart down the road.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. We're going to take a quick TO. We're going to come back. The Brain is here. Also, Johnny Goodtimes is here.
Quizzo extraordinaire.
All right?
Okay. So
we're going to embark on this anniversary of our first Super Bowl, which I'd much rather talk about that than angst. All right.
I mean, the thing with the Flyers is we're all on the same page. We just want them to be good.
Right.
Like, we're all on the same team here.
Like I want to connect.
I want to cover playoff hockey. VG.
Yeah, the
there's
bickering, I can't stand
There's
it.
nothing more
I don't
fun.
like the bickering. I don't want to bicker with anybody. Again, I want to go back to the Eagles winning this first Super Bowl and just enjoy everyone, right? Like, that. It was just profound. It's a Wawa Wednesday, and we're celebrating the Eagles anniversary. It's the big deal. It's the anniversary of the Eagles' first Super Bowl. What a moment. Coming up next, we have a showdown. Now, I'm going to get involved with it. So it's not a true
I think it's just going
showdown.
to be a random Super Bowl Quizzo, not specifically Eagles.
I'm going to put together another, as we get to our slow period of time, right? I'm going to put together a series of showdowns of Sielski v. Brain.
I like it.
All right?
Oh, boy.
Like, like you two are heavyweights. I mean, you really
here's the thing.
Ali Frazier.
At least we like each other. Which is good. Like, because this could get nasty if he were a bad guy, and he's not. You know?
He's a great guy, and you are a great guy, and the two of you guys together are awesome at this. I like to think I'm pretty good. So like we'll do the Super Bowl stuff, but I'm going to save. I'm going to start to do the 4 for 4 trivia. We're going to bring it back. Quizzo. Not Quizzo.
Quizzo. Hey, also before we go to break, can I mention that we got 60% off Die Hard's memberships going on for the big game this week? So it's $32 for the entire year. $32 all year. Franny's draft stuff. It's worth triple that.
Yeah, I know.
Triple.
Franny's draft stuff's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And EJ and Charlie and Kyle and Derek and all the great stuff.
So if you want to be your most educated, informed fan in the area, $32 all year, 60% off Die Hard. Sign up now. I think you even get a free shirt still.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Come on.
All right. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come right back. Little Super Bowl trivia.
Talk about Ashley Furniture. I love Ashley Furniture. Now's your chance to transform your home for 2026 with great offers on your favorite looks at Ashley's New Year sale. Discover hot buys for every room in your house starting at just $299, and you can ring in the new year with new styles today and pay over time with 60 months special financing on in-store purchases. Don't miss out. Shop the season's must-have looks at Ashley's New Year sale because we just love Ashley Furniture.
Hey, let's talk about Rothman, all right? When joint pain or injury disrupts your routine, getting the right care shouldn't be a hassle. Rothman Orthopedics makes it easy. With convenient office locations throughout the region, plus walk-in and urgent care centers when you need help fast. Whether it's a new injury or something that's been bothering you for a while, expert orthopedic care is just around the corner. Rothman Orthopedics has a team for each body part right here in our backyard. Their mission, to restore your mobility, getting you back to doing what you love to do. Rothman Orthopedics. Go to rothmanortho.com/PHLY to book your appointment today. Rothman Orthopedics, your mobility is our mission.
Hey, let's talk about Ashley Furniture. I love Ashley Furniture. Now's your chance to transform your home for 2026 with great offers on your favorite looks at Ashley's New Year sale. Discover hot buys for every room in your house starting at just $299, and you can ring in the new year with new styles today and pay over time with 60 months special financing on in-store purchases. Don't miss out. Shop the season's must-have looks at Ashley's New Year sale because we just love Ashley Furniture.
We're just trying to figure out how to do this here because Johnny Goodtimes, Quizzo Master, is here. And we're going to do some Super Bowl trivia. And you know what the best was? We go, well, how do we do this, right? So we got to pose a question to Mike, pose a question to Brain, pose a question to me, one to Greg. Greg goes, no, well, what about team?
Yeah, I don't want to do this solo.
He's like, what about cool? What about me and you versus Brain and Mike? I'm like, no.
You don't want me on your team, dude? You don't want me on your team?
I don't want you on my team.
I mean, Brain's winning because he's going to get all the ones Greg misses.
Exactly. Like, I want nothing to do with Greg as a teammate, all right? He doesn't remember anything. Like, I mean, it's amazing.
Nothing.
No.
I mean, you want to talk about, like, you know, gummy.
Yeah. Start them as adults. Don't do it as a kid.
Right,
Start
right.
it as adults, the
Yeah.
herbs.
So we had Brain. The Jules.
See, we can fit 12 people in the
Jules,
screen.
I go, Jules,
This is
we
the
can
Hollywood
figure this out.
Squares
She's
of
the
sports
greatest,
trivia.
right? Like, still trying to figure this whole thing out.
All right, I got.
I'll
some gear
take
for you
Cubs
guys
for the block.
while we wait to get everybody organized. So a little gear from Shibe Sports.
This
He's
is
all
awesome,
sixered
too.
up, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you some, 5 in a row, baby. Are you guys all in or what?
Yeah, I'm all in.
Come on. Eastern Conference Finals since
Yeah.
Reading tournament.
Yeah.
Love this.
And then George is going to get rest.
Yes.
Here's my hot take. George is going to get rest. He's going to come back
Yes.
with young knees, and we're going to be
love
flying.
this. Thank you, brother.
You
got it.
We love this.
Great hat.
Yeah, so a couple things, too, while we're waiting. We're getting ready to do our Super Bowl squares. We do a fundraiser every year for the South Philly Sharks.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to do Super Bowl squares. That'll come out today. So everybody, check us out on Instagram, everything, Shy Sports. And we do squares, raise like $1,500 every year for the South Philly Sharks. So it's a lot of fun. They're doing our Super Bowl. Yeah, youth football. So then we do our Super Bowl sale starting tomorrow. So get all your
very cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know what's nuts? Mike, you'll appreciate this. So I get a call from the owner of our youth football thing. Hey, should we do a squares, a box pool? Like everybody, like it's the way to raise money these days.
Yeah.
Which is Super Bowl squares and March Madness entries.
Yeah.
You gotta get the dime.
My man, Coach Tuffy,
That's
asked
right.
me to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's the way to do it. All right, we got this, Jules. No brain intro. He doesn't. He knows she's here.
Oh,
There we go.
Joel.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh, look at us.
Wow.
Oh man, next year we're gonna have little. It's gonna be like we're gonna have flashing lights on whoever rings in.
Brady Bunch.
I'm the secret square.
Of a dude named Anthony.
Oh, man.
This is outrageous.
Brain's got the Michigan gear.
Jules.
Oh my God, I mean,
Hi, Brain.
good. It's great to see everyone. I always love seeing Mike Sielski. He always puts me in a good mood.
Thanks, Brain. I'm here to
You must not
here
be
to
a Flyers
happy
fan.
up.
100%. 100%.
All right.
Look forward to this.
All right. Let's go to good times.
All right.
So we'll go around the horn, right? We can start with Brain, Mike, VG, me, and we'll give you. If somebody raises their hand, you'll see it, and you can go if
Okay.
they want to steal.
All right, yeah. And so everybody get ready when it's Greg's turn because he's missing all these. All right.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. First question. Let's go with the brain. 4 teams have appeared in 3 straight Super Bowls. Who are they? Obviously, nobody's
Buffalo.
won 3 straight, but 3 teams have appeared in 3 straight. Who are they?
Buffalo.
Yep.
Buffalo. Kansas City.
Yep.
Miami.
Yep.
New England.
Yep. Got him.
Brain.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
I would have never
Well
got
done.
Miami.
The Brain.
Yeah, early 70s.
Wow.
They lost
Yeah.
one to
So
the
I
Cowboys.
had Buffalo,
Then when
Kansas
they went
City,
back to
New
back.
England, but I thought it was Pittsburgh or Dallas. I'm like, I didn't know which one might have done it. I didn't get Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brain. That's impressive. Mike, did you have it?
I was struggling with who was the one. I had Miami and Buffalo and New England. Who was the fourth one? I'm trying to remember.
Chiefs.
Kansas City. For some reason, I blanked on that. Yeah, which is the most recent one.
Three-peat, right. The Miami one, I forgot.
I had no idea
Yeah.
they were in 3
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Only one team has failed to score a Super Bowl touchdown in the past 50 years. What team is it?
Only one team has failed to score a Super Bowl touchdown in the last 50 years. The Minnesota Vikings.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Who wants it?
I'll try to
Who
steal it.
wants it? All right, Brain.
Colts.
Incorrect.
There was a 16-3. Was it Kansas City?
Oh,
That was
shoot. Yeah.
63.
No, Greg.
New England.
Can I jump
no,
back in?
wrong. No, everybody's out. It was the
LA
Rams.
Rams.
Remember they lost
Yeah.
to the Patriots.
Oh.
That was like the worst
Yeah.
Super Bowl of this century.
It was like
Yeah.
16-3.
13-3, yeah.
I
Oh,
knew
it
it.
was terrible Super Bowl.
Wait, what was the score of the? Didn't the Colts lose like 6? I thought the Colts lost like 16-6 or
They lost
but I think
16-7 to
didn't
the
they have, like,
Jets.
a kickoff return for
16-7.
touchdown.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
What
16.
was
Yeah.
the oh God. What was the Chiefs score when they got beat because he had no tackles? Remember Mahomes was getting
Oh, against
smacked.
Tampa
Oh,
Bay.
yeah, it was like 31 to
They
9,
scored-
but
no,
they
they
did
actually
score a
31-9.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually
Wow.
scored some. It
Mike
wasn't-
Goose
yeah.
and Frank Barber both had the Rams in the chat.
Good job, guys.
All right, and here's a good one for you. This last year, Darian Kennard became just the second player ever to win 3 straight Super Bowls because he got traded from the Chiefs to the Eagles, and he was a backup for us last year. The first one was a linebacker who did it in the 90s. Who was he?
To win 3 straight.
Win 3
Super
straight. So
Bowls.
obviously wins 2 straight with one team, gets traded, wins the next year with the other team. And this guy was a really good linebacker in the 90s.
I know this.
I'm putting my hand up
All right,
if he
Sielski.
doesn't get it.
Go ahead.
Here you got
I know
Sielski.
it too.
Charles Haley.
No.
Nope.
Oh, that's what I would have guessed.
I got it.
Brain.
Ken Norton.
Ken
Had to be
Norton.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dallas and San Fran.
Yes.
Damn.
Dallas
Yeah.
and San Fran.
All right, I'm gonna throw Greg a softball. All right, here we go.
We're ready for the steal.
Yeah, get ready. Tom Brady is one of only 2 quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl for 2 different teams. Who's the other? Once again, Tom Brady is one of only 2 quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl for 2 different teams. Who is the other?
Doug Williams.
Incorrect. Anybody got it? Sielski.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is correct.
You didn't have that.
I knew that.
You
That
did
was an
not.
easy
Yeah, I
one.
somehow
you-
missed that.
You
Damn.
look as blank as I did.
All right.
No blacks here.
All right, going to.
I'm the freaking host.
All right. So Mike's got 1. Get Mike 1 on the board. Here we go. Only 2 players have thrown and caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. One is Nick Foles. Who is the other one? Brain.
Thrown and caught a touchdown. Yeah, obviously Foles.
Yeah, this was in a really.
I just don't
fun
know. It's
Super
on.
Bowl.
Mike knows it.
I'm giving you 3 seconds, and we're handing it to Mike.
I don't know. And
All right, Sielski.
I'm out.
Hines Ward.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Ooh.
receiver.
It is a receiver.
Yeah, it was funny. I was going to that Super Bowl too. 'Cause I
No,
thought
but
it was
wait.
a receiver.
By the way, I think I
Receiver
have
that
2
we
points.
actually-
Danny
it's-
Amendola?
Yeah.
No, it's a current receiver. The guy's still in the league. If anybody wants another shot, if anyone wants to jump back in the pool.
Hold on.
Okay, this guy's still in the league. We played against him this year. So he is a wide
We
receiver.
played against him this year.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat got it, Greg?
Wow.
I mean, there's an
You know,
answer
it has
out
to
there.
be. It has to be in the cheat, man.
Yeah, it's got to be in the Chiefs. Rashid Rice.
No,
No.
Chad is saying
No.
Randall L.
no, not Randall L.
No.
We've got, we played, all right, now I'm really going to give it away. So get ready. We played against him in the playoffs.
Played against him.
The
in
49ers?
Oh, Joe 76
Christian
has
McCaffrey.
got Jennings.
Jennings. All right, Joe 76.
Jennings,
Get him up on the board.
Oh, yeah.
That's one.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah, score one for the chat.
Brain's got 2. Update Brain.
Yeah, I
He's
got 2.
2
Yeah, I do
points.
have 2.
All right. At 23 years old, we're on to Mike. We're at 23
Yeah.
years old. Who is the youngest quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl?
23.
Holy cow. 23.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, it was this century.
Oh, okay. Youngest quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl.
I think I know this.
It's not
Ben
Mahomes?
Roethlisberger.
I'm
Now,
going to say no.
Brad's raising his hand.
all right, Brad, go for
It
it.
has to be Brady.
Nope.
Hold on. Don't say.
Nah.
Relax.
Really?
Get out, man.
Brady? Man.
Baltimore?
No.
23. He's 23. 23.
23 years
Brady for
old.
sure.
Won as I believe he won as a rookie.
Oh, was he a starting quarterback?
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Won
won
as
as
a
a
rookie this century.
Wow, this century. All right, go. We got to have to do the
I
mind.
love this.
Do the.
Look at these brains. I can hear them thinking.
All right,
I
so
know,
what about the
like-
chat? Anybody in the chat got it?
Chat's got
What the hell?
Big Ben.
Big Ben is correct.
I said Big
No,
Ben.
he said that. He
I
said
said that.
76 is tied with the brain.
Joe, you're the champ.
Joe 76
I
is in
said Ben
Fuego right now.
Roethlisberger. That was my
Googling
first
something
answer.
this morning.
I trust Joe.
Wait a minute.
Wow, Ben.
Hold on.
No, but that's actually not true. This is a bad question. Because Ben won his first Super Bowl, I think, in like 2007 or
Brain
6
throwing
or
a
5.
It was 2005.
There's no way it's Ben
Hold
Roethlisberger.
on.
You get this from
Youngest
ChatGPT.
QB to win
This is not
a-
right. You're wrong. It's not Ben, Mike. You know I'm right.
No,
It's not
I
Ben.
know. Ben Roethlisberger, look it up, is the youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl, securing the victory at 23 years and 340 days old with the Steelers in 2006. Previous record was held by Brady, who was 24.
But I thought it's funny. Didn't you think, Mike, that Ben had played like 5 years at that point?
No,
His
no,
rookie
he came
year was
right in.
2004.
No, I do remember he was a rookie. No,
His
Well,
rookie
he
year was
wasn't a rookie.
2000. He
Because
wasn't a
they lost
rookie.
to
It was
the
his second
Patriots.
year.
They lost
It
to
was
the
his
Patriots
second
the year
year.
the Eagles lost to the Patriots, 2004.
Yeah.
And I guess it was 2 years later. Okay.
All right, so who are we on? We're on Cuz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what
Yeah.
running back ran for 191 yards against the Redskins in the 1984
Jimmy
Super Bowl?
Smith.
Incorrect.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Who's buzzing in? All right, Sielski.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen is correct. Oh, man. What a joke.
Jimmy Smith?
I mean, how do you get that wrong, Anthony?
I was thinking that was going to
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep.
He has the record. Timmy Smith still has the record. It was the most, I think he ended his
listened
career with
to
like
the
600
question.
yards.
Yeah.
Too quick
Yeah,
with the
buzzed in
buzzer.
too early. Yeah, buzzed in
Mike's
too
got
early.
2 now?
Yeah.
I got 2.
Yeah, Mike's got 2. All right, so let's go to Greg. Let's see. What's my softball? What quarterback threw a record 6 touchdowns in a Super Bowl? Hall of Fame quarterback threw for 6 touchdowns in a Super Bowl. Obviously, this was a shootout of a Super
Oh,
Bowl.
I know this.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly.
I think I know
Incorrect, Brain.
this. Steve Young?
Steve Young is correct.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Against the
Let's
Chargers.
see. Who am I going to? Brain. Longest
Brain.
passing touchdown in Super Bowl history is 85 yards. Muhsin Muhammad caught it. Who threw it?
Jake Delhomme.
Correct. All right. Sielski. What was the biggest blowout in Super Bowl history?
That's a good question.
49ers 55, Broncos 10.
Nice. All right. All right.
Good job, buddy. I was at that game. I was at that game.
It's funny because right away you think Bears, Patriots,
Yeah.
but the Niners were the big. Remember Denver? How they just were every year.
Yeah.
They just would get destroyed.
Yeah. And then the one year they played the Redskins and they were up 10-0 after the first quarter. And you're like, all right, I think they're
remember that.
I think Elway's going to get one.
That's
Not
been the
that
cue to never bet football again
Yeah.
in the Broncos game.
Yeah.
I remember like
Because they were
hated-
favored, right? They were favored against the Redskins that
Yeah, it
year
was
because
like-
Williams
yeah.
was the backup.
Yeah, and it was like Elway,
Yeah.
right? And Elway, well, we hated Washington here, so we were all rooting Orange Crush and
Right.
Broncos.
Yeah.
Dude, more time.
Wait, I'm sorry, guys. We are in overtime. Hang tight. We are in overtime with our Super Bowl trivia. Thanks to our buddy Johnny Goodtimes, the great Mike Sielski, the great Brain representing the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app, VG, and myself are having some fun, guys. I love this, man. This has got to be an occurrence.
Yeah.
4 for 4 occurrence. Jules made the boxes. The
boxes are awesome.
The
I
boxes
know.
are
I didn't think it was. I think wait, let's go once. I mean, we could do this like weekly with these boxes. This is magic.
Because you really have to come in. Like
Right.
you can do it like
Right.
Yeah, like
this is incredible.
awesome.
I got to
stuff.
tweak it, so there's some fixes I'm going to make, but make it prettier.
Awesome.
You're killing it, Jules. You're
Yeah,
killing it.
yeah. We're gonna get like buzzing lights. It's gonna be like pressure
Yes.
lock. It's gonna be pressure lock. You hit the button and then it goes around.
Show. They do this show.
Yeah. No whammies. All right. So, Ant, you are up. I'll give you an easy
No,
one. You got to get on the board.
You just gave it to me.
No, that was mine last one.
No, to Timmy Smith.
No. We went a whole round.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought Greg was the burnout.
He's infected me.
All right. What local guy has the record for most interceptions thrown in a Super Bowl with 5?
Was it Matt? Was it no? It wasn't Ryan. It was.
Can't ask if it is.
I can't give you any.
I'm
Trying to get a reaction out of him. I'm trying to get a reaction out of him.
Matt Ryan.
Incorrect, Brain.
Brain had his hand up
Rich
first.
Gannon.
Rich
Yes.
Gannon is correct. Oh man, this is a meltdown.
Yeah.
Total meltdown by
I gotta
Cuz.
get one just to beat you.
Yeah.
Gannon.
All right.
Oh, that was the worst. That was the Grujol.
That was-
Super
yeah.
Bowl. That was our
Oh
Super
yeah,
Bowl.
that was our Super Bowl.
That was 2002 that we should have been in.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh,
Super
man.
Bowl
Yeah, that was
Philadelphia
2002.
forgot.
No,
Yeah.
2000. Yeah, 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
So
have
my good
crushed the
friend
Raiders.
Lincoln Kennedy was playing for the Raiders, and he said they never changed the plays, and Gruden knew everything that they were doing, and they were calling out their plays before at the line of scrimmage.
Was that the one where the one guy on the Raiders
Went to Tijuana.
Barrett
Tijuana?
Robbins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a serious problem.
Yeah, that's crazy. There was a guy for the Bengals that went crazy too back in the 80s. Like it seems like the Super Bowl, the pressure for some
Yeah,
guys
I
is
remember
just
that.
all right.
Mike,
well,
who was it?
handle
Who
it,
was on the
man.
Bengals who
Handle
went
it.
crazy? I remember that. Who was it? Do you remember?
the guy wasn't it like a running back for the Bengals?
It was someone from the
Stanford
Bengals.
No, was it? Oh shoot, I was gonna say
It was
Stanford
from-
Jennings or
No,
The Raiders was an offensive lineman.
yeah.
no, it was
Yeah,
Barrett
right.
Robbins. But
Barrett-
the
yeah,
Bengals
he,
had a guy too.
Yeah.
He had so it was awful, right? Like he had a bad drinking problem.
Mhm.
Like so much
What's the
that he would show up sometimes some games and he would be drunk. Like they'd have to prop him up. Like the players loved him. He's a great guy. He just had a bad problem. And they would actually have to prop him up at times.
No kidding.
Yeah, big Link.
Did you see somebody said the other day that Manute Bol, he used to drink Heinekens before the games because
I
they were trying to
saw
get him to
that.
put on weight?
Yeah.
All that.
Somebody, I can't remember.
Sean
who.
Bradley
Jason
used to
Williams,
eat
I
cheese.
think, said that a couple
Are you
days
serious?
ago.
Well, I know
Sean
one- I know
Bradley
one
used to
guy
eat
used to drink
cheesecake.
Coronas in the parking lot
He
before a
did?
game.
What,
Yeah.
on game days?
Sean Bradley before and during practices with the Sixers would eat cheesecake to try to gain weight. Yes.
The Sixers were like, we're gonna keep going with this 7'7"
What are you
inch
doing?
thing.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make it the Sixers, right?
This may be not a nice thing to say, but what was Eric Snow eating?
Well, yeah, it's a sin. But Barkley, remember the stories about Barkley and Pat would show up the door. He intercepted pizza delivery guy.
Wait,
He
for,
would take half the pizza out. So the guy would show up. There'd be like 4 pizzas in there.
All right, so what are we
Man.
at, Greg?
Yeah.
All right.
Or me.
All right, let me see here. Jalen Hurts is tied for the most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback in a Super Bowl career with 4 in just
Wow.
2 games. The guy he's tied with ran for 4 touchdowns in 5 games. Who is he?
it's a great
Roger
question.
Staubach.
Come on. All right, who's that? Who wants a shot? 5 games in the Super Bowl, ran for 4 touchdowns. All right, Sielski.
Elway.
Elway is correct.
Oh, good job, Mike. Good job.
All right, going.
It was
Jack.
a 5 Super Bowls. Yeah.
can't
You
think.
got to think he's been in
Eddie
5
Ray
Super
thinks you
Bowls.
got a contact high.
I can't think. I see it.
The player with the most. Let's see. Who are we? Are we on Brain?
Yeah.
Okay. Brain, the player with the record for most career Super Bowl receptions as a tight end is whom?
Wait, the most receptions for a tight end?
Mm-hmm. Career.
Yes, I'm just going to say Travis Kelce.
Got it. Yep, it's Kelsey. Yeah, I thought
Is it
maybe
Gronk?
Gronk. I thought
Right.
so. Yeah, I
It's
thought. I
either
thought.
Travis
Right.
Kelce or Gronk.
Right.
Is he second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. The last running back to win a Super Bowl MVP did so in 1998. Who was he?
Oh,
Terrell Davis.
That is
Yeah.
correct. Touchdown, Terrell
I
Davis.
covered the game.
Oh, did you?
And I covered the game, the AFC Championship game against the Jets, where he ran for 232 yards.
He was so awesome.
He
He was
was-
like Aaron
Yeah.
Gale
He was
Sayers.
great.
You know,
He
he was the guy that was like 4 years was untouchable and then disappeared.
No, it was unbelievable.
Yeah. He
That
was,
real quick, that AFC Championship game, I'm in Denver. I it's Friday before the championship game. There's a knock at my hotel room. It's a girl, right? You ever hear the story?
No.
It's a girl, right? And she goes, "Are you Anthony Gargano from the New York Post?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Can I come in?"
No, dude.
I'm like, "All right, whatever." Like,
I hate my kidneys. I'd love to just have one. Come on in. Sure.
I was literally like I was sleeping.
Can I put this ice in the bathtub?
Right.
And she
No,
literally
don't mind
comes
this cooler I have.
right? Like I don't know if she said, "Can I come in?" But anyway, she comes in and she's smoking hot, right? Like smoking hot.
They usually are.
And she takes her jacket off,
You usually are.
right? And she's, like in her underwear, right? And I'm like, wait, what is going on, man? Right? Like,
She goes, do shot.
and,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? I can't think. I run to the bathroom to brush my teeth. And she goes, "I'm with the radio station. And because I can't get into a Jets player's room, we're going to go after a reporter. So you're it." So she's actually cool. I actually hung out with her like the next day. And the Sunday before the game, she was body painted naked riding a horse at Mile High Stadium.
So Lady Godiva came into your hotel room.
Wow.
A big time lapse here. You brushed your teeth and then you hung out with her the next day.
Well,
Like what?
Several hours
She was
unaccounted
she was
for
really
here,
cool.
cuz.
I hung out with her the next day.
no.
It's that rude. Like he was drugged for 12 hours.
She said, "Can I use the phone?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like she got, "I'm from the radio station." I'm like, "All right." So I get on the air.
Tomorrow
I'm like,
night on Cinemax.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh,
Mike.
okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Oh,
I am,
God.
it's back to Cuz. You got to get on the board, bud. Here we go. It took until Super Bowl 10 for a wide receiver to win MVP. Who was he?
Super Bowl 10.
And
So
I know it
Steelers.
was. I know it was.
Lynn Swan.
Lynn Swan is correct. All
Good
right.
job.
Nice work. Yeah, nice
It's
work.
on the
He's
board.
off the schneid.
That was a good one. That was that famous catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Greg, what Super Bowl distinction is held by Chuck Howley?
Country of origin of Chuck Howley. Who is Chuck Howley?
Chuck
Oh
Howley.
God.
I have no idea.
He got it first. Great.
All right,
Mike
Mike.
raised his hand first. Mike raised his hand.
He's the
before me.
only Super Bowl MVP for a losing team.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a
Good
linebacker
job.
for the Cowboys, won Super Bowl MVP, even though they lost to the Colts. Let's
Doesn't
see.
it sound like we're talking about these games, like from the, especially that was 60s, but 70s, 80s. They almost feel prehistoric.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
They do.
Right.
Yeah.
What about
That's
just
wild
Anthony,
about
like
the game.
with the shoulder pads? Remember the
Yeah.
big shoulder pads?
Yeah, big neck
I
rolls.
love those days.
Yeah.
Playing on concrete, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Who are we on? We are on Brain. All right. Let's get a good one for the Brain.
Brain and Mike tied up 6-6.
All right. I got to get a tough one for the Brain. The winning quarterbacks of Super Bowls 20, 21, and 22 are not in the Hall of Fame. Who are they?
McMahon,
Yep.
Doug Williams,
Yep.
Phil Simms.
Got it. Oh, that's a good one. That's tough.
Whoa.
Well done, Brain.
Man, Brain.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are outrageous. You and Mike are just unbelievable.
All right, Mike. Only 2 teams have won 2 Super Bowls and never lost one. Who are they?
Oh, good question.
Ooh, that is a good question. 2 teams have won 2 Super Bowls and never lost one. Oh gosh. The
Oh my God.
wow.
Oh my God. It's not correct. I'm trying to go through these teams.
I'm going through all the-
thinking,
yeah,
which
same.
was-
Saying it's so easy or you're
I'm
struggling?
like struggling.
All right.
Oh, I know one of them.
All right, Mike, I'll
think
give
I
you a
know one.
point for one. If you can't get the second one, I'll and Brain's got it. We'll send
All
it
right.
to
Does
Brain.
does a relocated franchise count?
No.
Okay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers
That's one.
and
All right, time. Brain.
time. Yeah.
It has to be the Giants.
No.
No.
Who
Is
they
it
lose to?
NFC?
No.
The Ravens. They lost to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost
yeah.
to the Ravens.
Yeah. And that
Oh.
Ravens is the team.
Oh.
Ravens
34-7.
Yeah, that's right. The Ravens.
Yeah.
Wow, the Ravens are 2-0, right?
Wow.
Yeah, look
Yep.
at that. Flacco and
Forgot about the
Duffer.
Kurt Collins game. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, back to Cuz. Who got tackled by Mike Jones a yard away from the end zone on the last play of Super Bowl 34?
It was oh my god. It was
This one I know.
I
yeah,
got.
he
Yeah,
was-
I
he
know.
was a
But
half-
Brain's got
half
his hand up.
yard from the Super Bowl. I mean, from the scoring. It
Yep.
was oh my god.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember this one. This was one of the. Yeah, this is when the Super Bowl started getting really good.
Yeah.
Like it was so
Yeah.
bad in the 80s and early 90s, and then in the late
Yeah.
90s, the Super Bowl started getting really fun.
Yeah. I could see the
Chad's got it, I think.
yeah.
He was a
I
former
could see
first
the
round
play.
pick.
All right, Chat's got
Chad's
it.
got Kevin Dyson.
Kevin Dyson is
Yeah,
correct.
Dyson.
Kevin
See
Dyson.
the play.
He was also the Music City Miracle guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember talking to Runyon about that because Runyon was in the game. But he was there for that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh, right.
John
That's
John
right.
played in that game, like that Music City Miracle and that Super Bowl.
All right, let's go around the horn real quick. Was that a forward pass?
No.
I watched that just recently, by the way. I just happened to be watching that play. Don't ask me why, but I think it was actually the right call.
Okay. All right, Greg. Who has the record for longest fumble return in Super Bowl history?
Oh man.
Who has the record
don't
for
know.
longest fumble return in Super Bowl history?
Cowboy.
Yeah, you think?
Cowboy.
Oh, it's probably
Randy White.
Mike's ahead of me. Mike's ahead of me. Mike's ahead of me. I think I do know this.
All right,
Mike's
Mike.
ahead of me.
Who was it?
Leon Lett.
Leon.
Yeah, and he
Lett.
fumbled.
Come on,
Don
bro.
Beebe got him.
Try to give him a hint.
I know. Yeah. You remember that one, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I didn't think that was a Super Bowl. I don't know
And
why.
Beebe got him at the 1 yard
Yeah,
line.
Beebe got it at the
Remember
1
that?
yard
Do
line,
you
right?
remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right. What two teams, going to the brain, what two teams have played each other 3 times in the Super Bowl?
They played each other 3 times?
Right. So this is the second for Patriots Seahawks, right? So
Right.
there's been obviously we played the Chiefs. Wait. We
Don't
played,
give it all away.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike's already got his hand up, waiting for Brain to crap
All right,
out
what
here.
two teams have played each other 3
Well,
times in the
I
Super Bowl?
know Pittsburgh and Dallas, I think, played 3 times.
That is correct.
That's correct. Yeah.
Philly KC was only twice.
Well, that's it. You name the 2 teams.
Yeah.
I think they played each other 3 times.
They did. The Steelers and Cowboys played each other 3 times.
Oh,
the
I
Super
thought there was
Bowl.
more teams. Oh,
No.
No.
Oh,
That's the
Oh,
only
okay.
one.
Yeah, it's on one grouping.
All right,
there was okay.
so-
Okay, good. Okay, good.
All right, we'll make this the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So we're going down to the
Go ahead, Mike.
finals.
What's
Okay.
the score of those two?
They've each got 8.
All right, let's go. Give them a chance.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna nail it down. Oh, well, let me see if I can get Greg to get one. All right, Greg, I'm gonna give you another one. Who allegedly stole Robert Kraft's 2005 Super Bowl ring?
Yes, I know.
I don't know. The lady at the massage parlor.
Oh,
I don't know. How am I supposed to know her name?
All right. Jeez. All right.
I don't
Nobody.
know.
I'm not giving that one to anybody else. Vladimir Putin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vladimir
sure.
Putin stole Robert. Yeah, right. That's the story he told. Yeah. It might have been a Russian, but it wasn't Putin. All right. So I'm going to go Mike and Brain. You guys are going to go. And this is my favorite Super Bowl question ever. And there's
Okay.
5 answers. So the
I love
first one
this.
of you that
Yeah.
can get 3 is going to win it. We'll go back and forth. I'm going to
You
start.
should give them all 5.
No, I'm saying whichever one gets the most out of the 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So start with the brain. 5 schools have a Super Bowl winning quarterback
Oh, yeah, that's a
and
great
a
one.
president.
president.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Stanford?
Stanford is one. All right, Mike. Hold on. I'll give you Stanford, Herbert Hoover, Elway, and Plunkett. All right, Mike.
Michigan.
Michigan. Brain's hat was a good clue. Yeah, Gerald Ford, Tom Brady. All right, Brain.
Joe Flacco, Joe Biden?
Delaware, correct. Mike.
I want to say, for some reason, I want to say Yale, but I know that's wrong.
No. Brain.
USC?
No. Mike, we got two left, and neither one of these is now a football powerhouse. One of them used to be.
Nebraska.
No. This team was a football powerhouse back in like the 40s.
Okay.
And they had a president.
Oh, I know it. I know it. I know
right,
it. I know
Brain,
it. Navy,
for the win.
Navy.
Is correct.
Wow.
Jimmy Carter
Staubach,
and Roger
yes.
Staubach
Wow.
Yes.
for the win.
What was the other school?
Good
And
job.
the other school, Miami of Ohio.
Wow, Ben Roethlisberger.
That I would
Ben
never have got.
Roethlisberger
Yeah.
and Big Ben Harrison.
Wow, Ben.
Wow.
Yeah. Double
Check
Ben.
that out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Good job, Brain.
What?
Oh, man.
What?
Impressive work,
That
guys.
was awesome. You guys are outrageous.
Yeah.
We need Good Times back. We're going to start a weekly, see if you guys are into this, a weekly 4-for-4 contest.
Love
where
it.
it's a 4-for-4 themed, and then we'll do different sports, MLB. Like each week we'll do a different theme. You guys down?
I like it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
love
Look, Brain's got the
Oh,
trophy.
nice work,
Oh, my
George.
gosh.
Hey.
Yeah, this
Look
is-
at that.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, this is.
You talk about pride right now.
Listen, you guys
Drink
are
deep now,
spectacular.
man, because I'm
I was
coming
I
for
was
it.
to say that's better than the Stanley Cup. That trophy right there.
You
We-
guys
we
are
need-
you guys are spectacular.
Yeah.
Absolutely
We need to bring
spectacular.
Gary Thorne back to call this at the end.
Yes.
Yes. You guys are unbelievable, man. God, you guys are the best. Thank you both.
All right. Thanks,
Appreciate you
guys.
both,
Good
Mike.
to
Always
see
great seeing you, buddy. Be
You
good.
too, Brain. Good to see you, pal.
I guess.
There they are, Mike Sielski and the Brain.
Wow.
That was impressive.
They're good.
Yeah.
See, I'm used to being the host,
Mm-hmm.
right? And playing, I'm realizing how I just choked every.
That was a pretty big choke job.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. You
like,
got to.
like I knew all the answers, right? But I just completely choked them.
We did it like last
You need a
summer,
bucket
whatever.
over
You were
there?
pretty good, but today, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the cold.
Yeah, probably.
Start calling you 5.
Yeah.
You need a bucket?
Yeah, I mean, really. At least I'm not brain dead.
Yeah, I mean, VG's talking trash. You got shut out.
I'm taking from Johnny Goodtimes. I ain't taking from you. All right? Just so we know. That's not happening. All right? That's not happening. Well, let's make this, we'll pick a day that works for you.
Okay.
We'll do a weekly occurrence, and it'll be a fun, because that was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a
All
lot of
right,
fun.
so you are incredibly gifted. Tell us about Shad. Tell us about where you're at.
Yeah, so we are launching the Super Bowl sale. So we are going to launch that later today. So be sure to check us out, shibesports.com. You can also find us 13th and Walnut. You can also find us out in the Burbs. We partner with Wheelhouse Cards there. And we are starting our Super Bowl squares this afternoon. So that's going to be something for the game. Give you a little bit more interest in Sunday's game and also help a great cause. It's South Philly Sharks football program. And so we're really excited to help those guys out. They do an incredible job, not just with football, but with tutoring and life skills and everything. So, Jeff, just be sure to check us out
You
this
got a
week.
Quizzo Bowl coming up?
Got a Quizzo Bowl. Yeah, actually,
you
March
enjoy this?
1st. March 1st, yeah, if you're a trivia nerd, I'm going to be March 1st at Yards. So tickets for that going on sale this week, too.
Nice.
So, yeah, so we got a lot happening.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, boys. We say we go back in the day.
Sure.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, happy anniversary, Johnny Goodtimes.
Oh, thank you.
We tell everybody. Chat.
His
thank you,
birthday
Chat.
yesterday,
You guys are
too.
awesome.
Happy belated birthday, Good Times. His birthday was
nice.
yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back in the day with our good.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back. Back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah. I mean, no mistaking now.
Yeah.
We're going back. Check out a little Inquirer headline of February 4th, 2018.
There it is, the Super Bowl.
Well, today's the anniversary of the game, right?
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're listening on your way up.
Yeah, we did a whole. I literally. I usually book guests, right? We have our guests and do it. I literally didn't want to book a guest because I wanted it to be an hour of conversation just on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the 250 years of Philadelphia's existence, bigger than the revolution, signing the Declaration of Independence, right? All that stuff was the unity that came from the Super Bowl victory.
I don't see it.
You know, it was great. That's
I
so
don't
good.
see it.
Yeah.
So,
I think I dropped the ball on that one. I think I put it in Google Docs. And
don't
that's,
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, it's a great picture of Nick holding up the trophy.
Well, you know, you can close your eyes and it's indelible. You've seen it 1,000 times.
Yes.
It was awesome. Guys, thank you. All right? Good times. Good stuff, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Everybody have a great day. We love you. We'll see you in the morning. Great job, Jules.
We all silly like the mayor.